Welcome, everybody, to Hillsboro, Missouri. It is the site of Week 9 of high school football. I'm Frankie Castillo. What an amazing game we've got planned for you. Welcome to the pregame show here tonight. We're going to have a phenomenal high school football night right now. If you are joining us on Facebook and on YouTube, you are watching senior night festivities for the Hillsboro Hawks on the radio side of things and on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to welcome in the Chief Nursing Officer of Poplar Bluff Regional. That is Tim O'Neill. And Tim, thank you again for joining us here tonight for another exciting night of high school football.
Hey, thanks for having me tonight. What a beautiful evening for some Friday night football.
You know, the last time that we were here in Hillsboro, it's amazing. We had to wear gloves. We had to wear scarves. I mean, it was absolutely cold. Tonight, it is a gorgeous night for high school football. I am so glad that Mother Nature decided to warm up a little bit for this ball game.
This weather can stick around for a while. Would not hurt my feelings one bit.
I feel good because Tim is outside, but we're not going to have any weather issues at all. So
hope not. It's beautiful skies. I'm just ready for football to start tonight.
You know, and the crazy thing is we didn't know if we were going to be able to stream this football game or not just because of all the space available here at Hillsboro. But I got to say, the administration here, they've done phenomenal, and we are just so excited that we're able to stream this game. And this is our farthest game so far of this football season, and I am so glad that we were able to figure out a way to get this game broadcasted for our friends and family back in Poplar Bluff. Oh, I was just talking to you, Tim.
I'm just sitting here watching the players.
You were watching the players.
You got a wonderful view right here. I'm going to stay up here with you all night long.
Hey, there's no hot chocolate, but I'm okay with that. So let's talk about the hospital. Here we are, October 21st. Tell me how Breast Cancer Awareness Month has gone so far for Poplar Bluff Regional.
It has been very busy. We are still in October. We're still pushing mammograms, breast cancer awareness, early screening, early detection. We still have slots available for mammograms. We got special rates going on. If you're a female, you want to get some information about breast cancer awareness, any diagnostic testing that we can do for you, please reach out to us. We'll explain everything to you.
Let's talk about, you and I have discussed this many times over, and I still feel like a broken record, but it has to be said. The last couple of years has been torture for everybody with everything going on. I feel like a lot of folks have kind of put off being screened because of the sicknesses going around, but now that's all behind us, and it's time to get back to our health, and that is so important.
I agree totally. Last 3 years have been tough on everybody. Social distancing, isolation.
Been 3 years, it feels like.
It's been a long 3 years. But absolutely, if you've not got in with your primary care doctor, you not continue with your screening events, please come and see us. We're here for the community, and we're here to help.
Let's talk about Poplar Bluff Regional. You guys here recently had a big lunch and learn. How did that go?
Good turnouts. Very, very humbling to see the amount of our community members coming to the hospital, participating with these events, asking our providers and practitioners questions as far as community education and how they can keep themselves healthy.
You know, one thing about these lunch and learns, I'm not sure who actually came up with the idea, but this is so amazing for not just Poplar Bluff, but really all across Southeast Missouri. Poplar Bluff Regional, at least in my mind, are making huge strides to make sure that patient care is number one.
Absolutely. I cannot stress enough, Poplar Bluff Regional is here for the community. I mean, we're going to step up and do everything that we can for community education, be available for them and any type of emergent needs. And again, if you don't have a primary care doctor, you need a specialist, reach out to us. We'll make arrangements. We'll get you in as fast as we can. And most appointments are next day appointments.
We talk about doctors. We talk about patient care. There's one group that I feel like we can always spend some time talking about, and that is the nursing staff at Poplar Bluff Regional. They just have been through so much, and I can't imagine what their lives have been like. More importantly, for those that stuck out at Poplar Bluff, they've hung around, and truly patient care for them is truly number one.
Every day. One thing COVID has did for our hospital is it's pulled everybody together as a family. It is truly one team, striving for the same mission and vision, and that's provide high quality care.
You know, Eric Wallace is tuning in, and he says for him, this is very important, talking about breast cancer awareness. He said his mom is now in remission. That is good news, and we hope everybody gets the same outcome.
Absolutely, and thank him for chiming in and providing that feedback. And again, we can't stress enough. Just early recognition. Go see your doctor. Let's get the mammograms. They do save lives day in and day out.
Got to tell you, man, the lights at Poplar Bluff Regional, for those who have not driven by so far and seen them at nighttime, it is really a sight to see.
It's a beautiful hospital in the daylight, but I agree with you. When dusk comes and night falls, the hospital lit up in pink, it is absolutely beautiful.
So 10 days remaining here in October. Let's talk a little bit about what's coming up for the hospital. Once we get past breast cancer awareness, where do we go most importantly in November? I know for me, it is to watch what I eat because Thanksgiving is coming up, and I don't own a pair of stretchy pants yet.
Well, you're going to have to get in line. I had to go buy a couple of pair of them. Going into November, November will be Lung Awareness Month. We will have some lunch and learns in November. The first one will be November 2nd. Come out and participate with us. Like I said, our providers are really engaging. It's that bi-directional conversation. You know, they would
the difference they really have made in the last few years at Poplar Bluff Regional.
I said our goal and our mission is to be here for our community and be here for our employees. Without the community and without the employees, we have no hospital. We know our role. Our piece is just a very small piece. I mean, our community. And
road at senior night in Hillsboro.
I'm predicting we're going to have 5 in a row. It's going to be a close game. Nerves going, the heart rate up.
Now, you realize where we are, and you know in front of me, you know you've already heard the cowbells, and those are not from Mules fans.
Oh, I know.
So you know if it's going to be that close, they may reach up here and pull my plug on me.
That's all right. I'll come up here and we'll keep this stream going because it's going to be a great game.
It really is, and I'm excited because next week, no matter what happens, at the very minimum, we're going to be a 4 seed, which means a home crowd next week. And more than likely, it's going to be Fox again. I want to see our Poplar Bluff Mules football stadium. I want to see it packed out, and I want to see folks coming out. And let's pack the place. And hopefully tonight we'll make it 5 in a row. Maybe next week we make it 6 in a row. What do you think?
I think you just threw out a challenge to our community, and I love it.
I want to see them show
up. Come fill the
up.
stadium. Let's support these young men and rally together behind them.
I'm not sure how I feel about cowbells, though. I mean, I always hear them on the away side typically because that's where we sit at home, but I'm not sure if I want to hear those cowbells next week in Bluff.
Well, you know.
Unless we're doing the scoring, I guess.
I'd rather have the cowbells than an air horn. So let's keep the cowbells.
Okay, we'll get the cowbells. Tim, thank you again for walking over here. Where are you guys sitting at tonight?
Just to your right.
So you guys are going to sit way across the football field?
Oh, no. I may end up down at the fence line around halftime, trying to walk off my nerves.
How's the boy doing, by the way?
He's
I know a couple
good.
of weeks ago he suffered a small injury, but it seems like he's doing better now.
He's doing good, yep. We rested up and got him taken care of, so He's ready to play tonight.
24-21, I'm going to hold you to that, Tim.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you so much for coming up, and we look forward to seeing you next Friday at home where it all started for us this year.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time.
You betcha.
Tonight.
Tim O'Neill joining us live here. He is the Chief Nursing Officer, Poplar Bluff Regional. All right, what we're going to do now, it is senior night for the Hillsboro Hawks. Coming up in just a moment, we're going to be bringing you our live interview with head coach Dave Sievers of the Mules. And Eric Wallace, so glad you were tuning in all the way back from Washington State. We're going to have a great night here tonight. And here's the deal. We didn't know, for those of you watching us right now on YouTube and Facebook, we didn't know if we were going to be able to stream the game on the 2 platforms. We were told earlier on that there may not be enough room, so we got Tim set up literally right outside the door here. And we had this amazing shot, and Tim will zoom in when we get closer to the kickoff here tonight. They're doing senior night festivities. Even though we're not going to do what you call a Mules trivia night, we're still going to give away some great prizes. I've got gift cards. I didn't even tell Tim this. I've got gift cards here. My good friend Gene Hucks, he sent me a text earlier on, and we're going to give away some tumblers coming up later on tonight from Academy Sports and Outdoors. We're going to give away a couple of gift cards anyway, and really all you've got to do to earn the opportunity to win is share the video feed. It's that simple. I'm going to look later on tonight, and when we tell you it's time to share that video feed to win an item, If you go on and share this video feed, we'll select a winner coming up. We'll give away a couple of gift cards. The 2 gift cards, by the way, they are worth $25, $50 in total, and we're going to give away a couple of Yeti tumblers. Tonight, it is our regular season finale of high school football. Next week, we are in districts. I'll have much more on that throughout this broadcast. In the meantime, it is coming up on 6:26 right now. We're going to go to a quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to speak live to head coach Dave Sievers of Poplar Bluff, and we're going to talk about everything going on with this football game. And more importantly, for the Mules, we've got a couple of injuries that we're going to be talking about here tonight. Can the Mules get through those injuries? Can they pick up a win? That's what we're going to find out when we come back. We are going to step away for a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have a live interview on the way with head coach Dave Sievers of the Poplar Bluff Mules. We are about 31 and a half minutes away from the opening kickoff here tonight between the Mules and Hillsboro. It is 73 degrees right now, and later on tonight, by the time we wrap it up, we should be in the upper 60s. The sun is going down. I got to tell you, when Tim and I got here at 3:30 today, it was pretty hot in this press box. We had to open up all the windows and the doors, but now it is feeling really nice out there. It is nothing like it was 2 years ago when we were here the last time. It was very cold. We all had hot chocolate, gloves, you name it, we had it. Tonight, it is the complete opposite. Great night for high school football. All right, a 3-minute timeout coming up right now, and then we will have live inside the game day locker room. We're going to speak live to head coach Dave Sievers of the Poplar Bluff Mules. We are back in 3 minutes as we continue with the pregame. You're listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling. Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions, 785-1500.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff. Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
Protecting your toys are just as important as protecting your daily driver. First Choice Insurance can help find the coverage for your ATVs, boats, and campers that will give you peace of mind and not break your bank. So don't forget to allow First Choice Insurance to review your insurance needs today.
Time to go inside the game day locker room, presented by First Midwest Bank, a traditional customer service in a digital banking age, a locally owned and managed community bank who is efficient in responding to customer needs, proudly serving 4 locations in Poplar Bluff. Coach, here we are. It is week 9 on the road. It is our final regular season game of 2022. Tonight, another state-ranked team. We're taking on the Hillsboro Hawks. How was your travels up from Poplar Bluff?
Well, no problems. It's a nice trip. It's a beautiful day, and we're ready to play some football.
Let's get down to brass tacks. Last week against Kennett, the Mules offense and defense showed out. Tell me about Mason West. How is he feeling? Will he play here tonight?
Well, we're hoping to get Mason some snaps tonight, but it's been kind of limited in practice this week, and he got dinged a little bit last week, and he's in the infamous concussion protocol during the week, but I don't think that's any big surprise. He's a gamer. He's a great kid. Mason has come a long way this year, but we're real comfortable with what we're doing. Jay and Jaredon have taken all the reps, or most of the reps this week, so we're just going to see how it plays out.
Looking at the Hillsboro offense, Coach, they love to run the football. Not 1, but 4 running backs, over 500 yards on the ground this season. They're averaging, as a team, almost 9 yards per carry. This might very well be the best offense we have seen all season.
I think overall it's the best team we've seen all season. They're a big, strong, powerful team, and last year they came down to our place and kind of put a hurting on us, and I think the kids remember that, and we've had a really good week of practice, and I think we've made some adjustments both sides of the ball, and I think we're going to be able to exploit some of the stuff that they do. At least that's the plan, and it's going to be a supreme test. I told the kids no steps back. Since we got on our winning streak here back in week 5, we haven't really taken any steps back, and I told the kids, win, lose, or draw, we need to, whatever happens tonight has absolutely no bearing on week 10. I mean, we're going to play a week 10.
In last week, not only carry the football, but get a touchdown too.
Yeah, it was nice to get him back. We lost Amari and Atari to injuries early. They've not really been a factor at all this year, but we got Amari back last week, to get that last drive toward the end of the game, and Mikhail has just stepped up and done just such a fantastic job, but it's he was about 3rd or 4th on the charts early in the season, just because he was a defensive starter. Mikhail would have been the primetime back for most schools, but like I said, we're blessed to have a lot of kids back there, and Atari's practice this week, and Atari should get his touches tonight too, unless something happens between now and then. So we're excited about what's going to happen.
Defense comes alive in big moments tonight. Going to be no different. Talk about this defense for Poplar Bluff. What do we need to do to shut down the run game here by Hillsboro?
Well, I don't think this is an offense that you totally shut down. I think this is an offense we have to limit. We have to limit their their possessions, and you do that by having a ball control offense of your own, and that's what we're hoping to do. They play real fast. They got a couple of incredible athletes that we know we're going to have to put hats on, and but the biggest thing is just hold them down. If we feel comfortable that if we can limit, if we can cut their point production down by a couple of scores, we feel good about our chances.
Looking at the district standings between us and Oakville, there's about a 2.5 point separation. They're going to take on Parkway South 5-3. We've got Hillsboro 7-1. By the way, Cape Central, they're going to be locked in at a 2 or a 3. They're taking on Potosi. They are 3-5. Do you see a scenario where Bluff could possibly get to a 3 spot instead of the 4 where we are right now?
Yeah, well, it's going to take Oakville losing, and obviously we're going to have to win. But anything can happen. You figure the points and the point differentials, and it's just way too many numbers. It kind of hurts my head when I try and think about it. But we're we're locked in. I mean, we're going to be 3 or 4. I don't because I don't think there's anybody below us that can mess that up, because we got to win over Fox. So if we wind up next to each other in the standings, we automatically jump them. So we're kind of in a position where we feel good about playing at home next week. Just got to wait and see who it is.
Do you care at this point whether you are a 3 or a 4? Because bottom line is, it means if we're a 4, we'll see Jackson earlier as opposed to being a 3.
Yeah, no, I mean, you got to play them all. You got to play them all when they come to you. I mean, you can't really control your schedule in the postseason a whole lot. I remember my first, and this is going way back, but I remember my first high school match as a heavyweight. I looked at my coach and I said, "Geez, Coach, this guy's seeded number 1." He said, "Well, you got to beat them all sometime." And I said, "Well, Coach, you're right." And so that's kind of the way we're approaching it. If we want to be district champs, we just got to play whoever they put in front of us.
What's going to be your message to the team? Because tonight in Hillsboro, it is their senior night, and how fitting would it be for us to come up here and spoil their plans on senior night?
That's always, like we've talked about before with like homecomings and stuff, there's nothing much more satisfying than going into somebody's home and screwing up their plans. Hillsboro's a really, really good football team. They lost to Cardinal Ritter last week, which is another powerhouse football team up there in the St. Louis area, and it was a heck of a game. Hillsboro probably should have beat them. They had a scoop and score fumble against them, and I think they had either a punt return or a kickoff return against them. Hillsboro should have beat them. Hillsboro should still be undefeated, but they're not, and so they're going to probably be a little bit angry about that. And it's their senior night, and they always have a big crowd, and it's a good atmosphere to go play football in. I mean, it's I don't want to say it's hostile, but you definitely know that there's opposition there. There's not much seating on the visitor side, so there's a lot of people standing behind you and stuff. So it's going to be a good night. We're just excited about getting going and just seeing how we stack up against them.
Don't want to leave them out. What about our wide receivers here tonight? Are you expecting big games from the wideouts here tonight for Poplar Bluff?
Yeah, we need a big game from everybody. We're concerned about how much pressure they put on you and stuff, and we hope that we've got some adjustments for that. But we've got to be able to play pitch and catch, and because if we're the one thing we cannot do tonight is be one-dimensional. If we're one-dimensional, they'll tee off on us, and we need to be able to keep them. If we can't throw the ball, then they load up the box, and that just makes everybody's job that much harder. So we think if we keep them spread out, we're going to be able to do some stuff. But bottom line is we got to control the game up front, and that's where most games are. You can look at your running back numbers and quarterback numbers, and who's got the most tackles, but games are won and lost up front, and this is we're playing well up front, and if we can defensively, if we can hold our own against their offensive line, not get rolled out, that'll help limit their yardage, yard per carry. And then offensively, they like to bring a lot of pressure. We're kind of taking pride in the fact that we haven't given up a sack in a few weeks, and we're going to try and keep that going tonight. So if we can stay balanced and kind of keep them off their, keep them on their heels, keep them from just teeing off on us, we feel real good about what we've got going.
Sum it up, Coach. To beat Hillsboro at their place on their senior night, your Mules must do what against the Hawks here tonight?
Well, we're going to need everything to go our way. I mean, this is a really good football team, and they play hard. They've got a couple of outstanding athletes, so we're going to have to limit their we're going to have to limit their big plays, and we're going to need to be really, really consistent on both sides of the ball. We know that they're going to get their points, and it's just going to be try and cut down their offense and make sure that our offense is able to match them. If this is a game that this is a game that if we're not ready to play, this is a game that could be over at halftime. They're that good, but our plan is to take it one play at a time, one drive at a time, one quarter at a time, and just be competitive in the fourth quarter and see what happens.
All right, Coach, best of luck to you. Go get them. Make it win number 5 in a row. What do you say?
That would be a sweet ending.
All right, Coach Dave Seaver is joining us live inside the game day locker room. It's presented by First Midwest Bank. Still to come here tonight, we've got your starting lineups. We've got your keys to victory. Kickoff is on the way, top of the hour. It is the Mules at the Hillsboro Hawks. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
Do you feel that rush of adrenaline? That's the feeling of over 100 years of Poplar Bluff football excellence. Let's make some history.
And touchdown!
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember...
Scott Law Firm is experienced in estate planning and the preparation of documents like wills and trusts. Let the Scott Law Firm help you protect your family and pass along your estate according to your terms. Call Scott Law Firm today at 785-4688.
All right, we are back here live in Hillsboro, Missouri for the site of week number 9, and I'm so excited to be with you tonight. Poplar Bluff Mules football. We are live exclusively on today's talk, 93.3 FM at 9:30 a.m. KWOC, and we are streaming this game online by going to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. It is youtube.com/River Radio PB. We're going to be going down field side here momentarily for our national anthem. That's coming up, and we'll do that right now. Outstanding job here tonight of our national anthem. And coming up here momentarily, we'll bring you as the Mules come out onto the football field. They have won 4 games in a row. Mules are trying to knock off state-ranked teams in back-to-back games last week. The Mules knocked off the Kennett Indians. Tonight, they look to take on another great team in Hillsboro. For the Hillsboro Hawks, they are coming in 7-1. You look at the run game here tonight by Hillsboro and what they're going to offer up. And they've got several running backs here. We're talking about Jackson Patterson, Peyton Brown, Preston Brown. All these guys are going to be able to run the football. 40 rushing touchdowns between these running backs at Hillsboro, and they are averaging about 9 yards per carry. Remember last season, Hillsboro comes to town, and the Mules were expected to win that ball game. Hillsboro would have none of it. They would do a great job over Poplar Bluff. Looking at the passing game, Preston Brown for the Hillsboro Hawks is averaging 69% of his passes. He's got 9 touchdowns, 1 interception. The yardage, by the way, he is 37 out of 54 for 638. The 9 touchdowns and the 1 interception. Now, we do have some breaking news coming into us. We just got through interviewing Coach Dave Sievers. He sends me a text message, tells me that Mason West, the quarterback, he was a game-time decision. He is out tonight with concussion-like symptoms. He was in the concussion protocol. He is out tonight. Also, we have now learned that Romeo Waltor, our receiver for the Mules, he is also out tonight as well. That is being called a hamstring injury. Romeo Waltor, he has 14 catches this season, $173, 2 touchdowns. His longest catch, 44 yards. He is out tonight. So those are 2 key injuries for the Mules. So we are expecting Jay Edmondson, also Jared and Young. We were told that it's going to be a 1-2 combination between those 2 guys coming up today for Poplar Bluff. I want to go right to our social media. Ron Withrow is tuning in back in Poplar Bluff. Also, Joshua Knight, he says, let's go Mules. And Carol Burgess, she says, go Mules, go. So make sure and hit this share button for us on Facebook. We did not do a post promoting the game on Facebook and YouTube, and that is only because we were unaware if we were going to be able to live stream this game tonight, but we are here. Tim did a great job getting everything set up. It looks really good, too, nice and clear, and we're going to be lower to the ground tonight. We do apologize for that. We're going to blame that one on Tim, though. We'll say it's all his fault, even though it's really not his fault. We'll say it is anyway. John Scott not with me tonight. He had to make a trip up north. I know he is watching here tonight, but I will tell you, John, just in case you missed it earlier, we had a Hillsboro hot dog tonight. Pretty good, John. You missed out. Mules now coming out on the football field, and the Mules are wearing their away white jerseys with the maroon trim. Brandy Alcorn is tuning in. Miss Kathleen Patillo is tuning in as well. I'm a little disappointed, Miss Patillo. I thought that John David was going to be up above me giving us our halftime interview. I was told he'll be on the football field here tonight, but we'll see him after this ball game. Brian Harris, he says, let's go Mules. You can do it. I'm with you, Brian. We'll see what the Mules have in store for this very tough football team out of Hillsboro. They are going to run the football tonight. That's what they want to do. That's what they specialize in. We will see what the Mules are able to do. Now, when it comes to the run game, opponents are getting about 4.5 yards per carry. When it comes to the ground game, it may come down for the Mules to turnovers and third down conversions. For the Mules this year, they are 25 out of 88, just 28% overall. You look at the opposing team. Last week, Kennett went 0 for 13 on third down conversions, 25% as the team. We'll see what happens. And then when it comes to the overall points being scored, Mules are giving up around 17 points. Meanwhile, they are scoring about 19. It's going to take a team-like effort tonight. Hillsboro coming in. They were good last year, folks. They are even better this year. But Coach Sievers, also Coach Jim Brown walking behind us right now, climbing up to the top. And we were told Coach Pylan, Coach Patillo, Coach Sievers, they all tell me they believe that this team has a really good chance. We're going to watch Hillsboro come out, Tim. We'll let you get that on camera. A lot of folks want to see this too. We've got those cowbells here tonight, folks. We've got the thin blue line flag, also the American flag. They're being led out here tonight by number 40, Austin Romaine. Now, he is not going to be on offense here tonight. He'll be on defense. Austin Romaine, by the way, number 40 for the Hillsboro Hawks. He has signed to play for K-State as a linebacker. So they've got a lot of D1 talent on this Hillsboro Hawk team. Also, number 12, Griffin Ray. He is also a senior. He is signed at Oklahoma, and he'll be a wrestler. I mean, this is going to be this kind of night here tonight. Hillsboro, they are the real deal, but don't make no mistake, Poplar Bluff, they're going to be ready for this ball game. The defense, they've got to be on their A game, but the Mules offense, they have got to be able to put together some long, sustaining drives. If we can do those things here tonight, I think Poplar Bluff might just shock a few people. We'll see what happens as we inch closer to the kickoff. We are coming up on about 7.5 minutes until we kick off here tonight. When we come back, we are going to have your keys to victory for the Poplar Bluff Mules. It's all being brought to you by Air Solutions and Poplar Bluff. We're back in 30 seconds on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
All right, we are back here live on Facebook, YouTube, and on 93.3 FM, 9:30 AM KWOC. It's time for our keys to victory, being brought to you by Air Solutions in Poplar Bluff. For the Mules, it's going to come down to a couple of key areas. Number one, the defense of Poplar Bluff has been good all season long. The Mules defense only giving up about 17 points a ball game. They're going to have to be potent once again tonight. They've got to be stingy, and they're going to have to be selfish. They're going to have to be able to take out the Hillsboro run game. The passing game really isn't going to matter if the Mules can stop the run. For Poplar Bluff, turnovers. We're going to have to hang on to that football tonight. Coach Sievers would love to be able to utilize not one, not two, but three different running backs. Atari Amos, he is back for the first time since week one. Mikael McFarland, he has just been phenomenal the last few games for the Mules. Turnovers are going to be an issue. Poplar Bluff has got to hang on to that football. And then in the secondary for Poplar Bluff, especially on the offense, Coach Sievers, he'll take it if it's a one-play 80 yards, but he would love to be able to have a long, sustaining drive on the offensive part. If the Mules can do those things, I'm telling you, this Mules team, by talking to them earlier on, they are pumped up. They are ready to go. We will see what happens here tonight as the Mules get ready to do battle with the Hawks out of Hillsboro. A lot of folks have been asking all week long, where do we stand in the districts? Well, it's quite simple. Right now, we are a 4 seed. Very simple. If the Mules want to move up, I don't know if we're going to have enough time, enough points for the Mules to move up. But here's the way this will work. Best case scenario, the Mules could move to a 3 seed, but here's what has to happen. Mules must win by 13 or more. Oakville, they've got to lose by 13 or more. If those two things happen, we should move into a 3 seed, which means that we would take on either a Melville. Well, it would be Melville or maybe Fox, depending on the outcomes here today. If the Mules cannot get a win, we're going to be locked in as a 4 seed, and that means right now we'll take on Fox 1 week from tonight. And really all that matters is where we are in the seeding, because we have to go through Jackson. It's either going to be, if we're a 3 seed, we'll see Jackson coming up in the semifinals as a 4 seed. 3 seed, we would see them in the championship game. That's what this game means here tonight. All right, for the Mules now, coming out to shake hands, we've got Atari Amos, number 10. He is a 6-foot senior, also out there For the Poplar Bluff Mules is number 28, Logan Davis. He is a 6'2 senior for Poplar Bluff. And we've got Coach Sievers out there in the middle as well. He is kind of blocking our view on the other two captains for Poplar Bluff. Let's talk about the captains here real quick for the Hillsboro Hawks. They are led by number 6, Kenyon Stout. He is a 5'11 senior also out there tonight. Is number 32 for the Hillsboro Hawks. Number 40, don't have a number 32 on the roster. Number 40 is Austin Romaine, a 6'1 senior, and number 72 for the Hillsboro Hawks. That is Hunter Reed. He is a 6'1 senior. Those are the captains here for the Hillsboro Hawks. And Poplar Bluff, they would love to be able to have they're going to have the defense on the football field if they are able to win this toss here tonight. The Mules are going to be the away team. They are wearing their white jerseys with the maroon trim and the maroon pants. They're being coached by Dave Sievers. He is in his 5th season as the head coach. 25 wins, 24 losses, a winning percentage of .510. The Mules have won the toss. It looks like they will defer like we thought they would do. And that means we're going to see Hillsboro. They will be on the football field. We're going to see the offense here right off the bat for the Poplar Bluff Mules. So Hillsboro is going to get the football, and we are just about ready for the opening kick here tonight. Number 52 for the Mules out there, Hudson Matthews, a 6'1 senior. Also number 74, Tyden Wilson, 6' senior. Those are the captains, and that means it is now time as we get ready for the opening kickoff here tonight. Hillsboro, Poplar Bluff. It is going to be an exciting night as the Hawks they're going to get the ball first, and we'll see the Mules defense here very early in this football game. We will see what kind of defense Coach Sievers is going to be able to bring with this team, and we'll see if they are able to make a statement right off the bat here tonight here in Hillsboro. We're going to have a lot of fun. We are so glad you are tuning in here tonight. And by the way, we are going to give away some great prizes here tonight. Just because we are not going to do Mules Trivia, the reason why we're not doing Mules Trivia, we were unsure if we were going to be able to actually have the game on Facebook and YouTube, but we're here. And we will see tonight. We're going to give away some great prizes, some gift cards courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors. We've got some tumblers as well. And get ready, sit back as we get ready for week number 9 in high school football. Hunter Clifford will kick us off here tonight. To return deep for Hillsboro, it is Blake Larson, number 9. He is standing all the way at his end zone. We are live here in Hillsboro. I'm Frankie Castile. The kick is underway, and we are underway here in week number 9. And the ball's going to be taken near the 15-yard line. Good run there by the Hillsboro Hawks. The return by Colin Lindier. And he will get it out a few yards here past the 15. And that's where a 25-yard kick here for the Mules as we get ready here to begin this opening drive. A 45-yard kick. And Hillsboro's going to come out first and 10 on the 32-yard line. So that's where they'll start this drive here on the 32-yard line, a return of 17 yards. So here we go. And the first play off the bat here, good job by Poplar Bluff. Not going to get hardly anything on the run. So quick run play here up the middle for the Hillsboro Hawks. Peyton Brown. It's going to be second down here in about 8 as he picks up 2 yards on first down. There's another run play. This one near the outside. Tries to get to the 35-yard line. And once again, for Poplar Bluff, they know what's coming. They know exactly what to look out for. They have studied all game, all week for this. Jackson Patterson isn't going to get nothing on the carry, so it's going to be a third down coming up here for the state-ranked Hillsboro Hawks. Come on, Mules defense. That's what we're hearing back in Bluff. There's going to be the handoff, and he's going to go up the middle. He is going to be a little bit short of the first down. Peyton Brown is going to get near the 40-yard line. So it's a gain of about 6. Still going to bring up a 4th down. Going to be short of that first down. 4th down and about 2. David Hadley, glad you were tuning in, my friend. Carol Burgess, I'll let you know about the playoffs. We're going to be at home no matter what. And looks like they are lining up to punt the football away. So the punt is good, or I should say they will punt the football, and it's going to take a Hillsboro bounce, it looks like. And for the Mules offense now, it's Colton Romaine, he will kick it, and the Mules will have it now on their own 35-yard line, 25-yard kick with no return. The Mules now with 10 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the first quarter as Poplar Bluff right now, they are able to force Hillsboro on a 3-and-out. There you go. John Scott tuning in tonight says, get him. John, you should be here beside me having a hot dog, my friend. All right, so Jay Edmondson leading out the offense here to begin with. This one is tipped, and it's going to be intercepted by the Hillsboro Hawks. Mikhail McFarland wraps his arms around him and takes him out of bounds. It is a quick interception right to begin this football game. That is not what Poplar Bluff wanted. Jay Edmondson is going to be picked off by Hillsboro. Turnover by Dalton Ross. And they're going to have it now 1st and 10. Great field position on the 14-yard line as Hillsboro runs it back 21 yards. And that is how the first play for Poplar Bluff lines up. Hillsboro with the ball one more time. And they're going to have the ball now. They're going to run it up the middle. And good job by the Mules. They're trying not to let him through. But, man, Hillsboro is so dominant. And that was a good run play that time by Colton Romaine. And we'll see where they mark him down. He's going to be near inside the 10-yard line. He's going to be down to about the 8-yard line, it looks like. So a gain of about 6. 6 yards on the play. And Hillsboro now, once again, they're going to run it again to Romaine. And everybody just trying to stop him. Good job by Darius Graham in on the tackle. So another run play. That was actually going to be Peyton Brown. That's a Hawk first down. So that's going to be another Hawk first down to about the 5-yard line. And this one again up the middle, and he may wind up and score this time. Nope, we're going to have him down near the 1-yard line.
Second and goal for the Hawks from about the 1-yard line.
So 2nd and goal from the 1. So a quick 3 yards on that. 2nd and goal now. And this time it is up and it is touchdown Hillsboro. So after the Mules quickly now with a quick interception, Hillsboro runs it down at 21 yards. And Hillsboro quickly now on the board as they will get the 6 points and the extra point coming up here by Hillsboro to make this a 7-point lead. Out to attempt the kick is Nick Marchetti. Here is the point after. It is up and it is good. And just like that, Hillsboro now, they lead 7-0. We'll be back. You're watching live coverage and listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. All right, so we are back here as the Mules right now, they find themselves down by 7 points following the interception by Jay Edmondson. So now the Mules will get the football back here down by 7 points. So let's go to some of our comments here. I know I missed quite a few. I'm by myself here tonight, so I apologize for that. John Scott, he's on a family trip, and we understand how that is. So now the kickoff once again for the Hillsboro Hawks. Nick Marchetti is going to kick it off, and this one is going to go into the end zone. Nope, is it out of bounds? Nope, they're going to say it's in the end zone, so it's going to be a touchback. Mules are going to have it now, 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Good kick by Marchetti. And Mules here coming back out. Our broadcast being brought to you by Taco John's, the Scott Law Group LLC. Also being brought to you by Briggs & Stratton, Larry Hillis Dodge, Eye Care Specialist, Christian Automotive and Tire, Patriot Auto Glass, and Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center. So it is going to be a flag. I thought it went out of bounds before, so it does go out of bounds. So therefore, it will be 1st and 10 now for the Mules on the 35-yard line. Didn't see a flag come out initially, but we'll take it for Poplar Bluff. Make sure and share this video feed for us if you are watching us on Facebook here tonight. So now Jay Edmondson, they're going to hand the football off this time. Oh, the ball comes loose. Was he on the ground? No, they're going to say Hillsboro has it. So Hillsboro is going to have it, back-to-back plays where the ball come loose. And now Hillsboro gets it right back. Turnovers here early by the Mules as Poplar Bluff was unable to hang on to the football. And now it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hillsboro Hawks on the 38-yard line. Back-to-back turnovers for Poplar Bluff on 2 plays, 2 turnovers. There's a run play up the middle. It's going to be a 1st down and then some. It's not the defense here. The Mules offense right now has not been able to do anything. Peyton Brown is going to have a 1st down and then some. He'll be near the 25-yard line. It'll be right on the 25-yard line for a 13-yard run on 1st down. Mules defense here once again backed up. Another run play up the middle. Peyton Brown again. Logan Davis this time makes the tackle. It'll be down to the 21, so a 4-yard pickup here on 1st down, 2nd and 6. Boy, the Mules defense is being asked to do a lot right now. Back-to-back plays on offense where Poplar Bluff has turned it over. An interception and then a fumble. 2 quick turnovers here for the Mules. This will be a quarterback keeper this time, and he's going to go virtually untouched until the end zone, and that is a touchdown for the Hillsboro Hawks as Preston Brown will go the distance for 21 yards at 7:22 to go, and that is another touchdown by the Hillsboro Hawks. Mules are digging themselves into a hole. It is now 13-0 now as Marchetti comes back out. And he will kick the extra point attempt coming up. And the Mules jump off sides. There's the pink flag. It's going to be against Poplar Bluff. And we'll see what they want to do with it here. We'll see if they try to go for 2. The holder for the Hillsboro Hawks is Peyton Brown. The kicker is Nick Marchetti. Potosi now leads at 6-0 in the first quarter over Cape Central. That would help. That would help if the Mules were able to get a win tonight. But right now, that's not the case. We're down by 13 points. So Marchetti now comes up for the kick. Oh, it's going to be a fake run, and instead it's going to go in. It's good. Yes, Hillsboro is going to run it, and it's going to go in for the 2 points. One official said he was in, and the other one, now they're going to talk about it. The far official said he was in. So we'll see. One official said, yeah, so they're going to say he's in. I thought he was in. 15-0 is the 2-point conversion is good. And now it is 15-0 Hillsboro Hawks. We'll be back. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. So the Mules have had 2 plays on offense, no yardage, but back-to-back turnovers. 7:22 on the 2-point conversion. It is good, and now Hillsboro leads it 15-0. So Poplar Bluff, they are in a crunch right now. There's a booming kick downfield. Atari Amos will take it near the 5-yard line, tries to cut back upfield, and Hillsboro's not going to let him get much. So for the Mules, they're going to have to do everything they can to figure out a way to put points on the board. Atari Amos, his first carry here since week 1. And they're going to mark him down. 1st and 10 on the 19-yard line. Mules have got to go 81 yards to get on the board here tonight. We'll see what they're able to do on their 3rd set of plays on offense. Mules are down tonight. They trail 15-0. So now we'll see what the Mules do. Jay Edmondson now. He's going to pitch it outside. Oh, he drops it again. Mikhail McFarland. It was a pitch outside. We're waiting for the signal. They're going to say incomplete pass this time. That is 3 plays in a row where the Mules were unable to do anything with it, nearly turned it over again. They're going to say that was a pass by Jay Edmondson. Mules caught a break on that one. 7:07 to play here in the first. Mules are down by 15 points, and that would have been a major disaster if Poplar Bluff was not able to get that call in their favor, because Hillsboro, I think, recovered that football. Edmondson now. Mules have got to calm the nerves. Edmondson going to throw in the air. He's got a man downfield and a lot of contact, and they're going to say no flag on the play. Darius Graham was the intended target, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 here for Poplar Bluff. Mules down 15-0, 7:01 to play here in the first. Make sure and share this video for us on Facebook. If you're watching us, we'll give you a chance to win a gift card coming up. 2 gift cards, as a matter of fact, from Academy Sports and Outdoors. We're going to do that here before halftime. Tonight, all you've got to do is just share the video feed to win. Edmondson coming up now. Mules 28% on 3rd down conversions, and they've got a massive 3rd down. A flag comes out. I think there was movement up front. There's the pink flag. I think it's going to go against Poplar Bluff, as Edmondson was going to be sacked in the backfield. We'll see what the actual call is here. The officials are talking about it near the 19-yard line. So now we'll get the official call. It's going to be against Poplar Bluff. They're going to decline it, and it's going to bring up a 4th down play. So the sack will stand.
4th and long for Poplar Bluff.
And they're going to have it on the 15-yard line following the sack. It's the first sack the Mules have been given up since week number 6. They're going to mark him back at the 12, so a 7-yard loss. 4th down and 17. We're going to see Jaredon Young come out for Poplar Bluff. He is averaging 36 yards per kick. And we'll see what Jaredon Young does standing at his own 1-yard line. So the Mules so far, 3 offensive possessions, 2 turnovers, and now a 3-and-out. And that's going to pin Hillsboro. They're going to have good field position. What a good kick by Jaredon Young. And Mules miss a tackle. Hillsboro is going to have a really good return. They wanted to flag. The crowd wanted to flag, and they're not going to get it.
Returned by number 9, Blake Larson.
It was taken near the 40, or make that 49-yard line of Hillsboro. A 39-yard kick for the Hillsboro Hawks, and the returner got pretty good yardage. Blake Larson will have it 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line of the Mules. A return of nearly 14 yards. Hillsboro, they are going to try to go up here by 3 scores here in the first quarter. 6:46 is all that remains here in the first quarter, and the Mules right now, they are down by big scores. Hillsboro, they're just going to run the football. Good job by Alcorn, or make that Nathan Bunton, rather. Number 67 for the Mules. He is able to wrap him up that time. Didn't get a lot of yards, got a little bit. Jackson Patterson, he is going to get down to about the 34-yard line, a gain of nearly 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 7 to go. So far, Hillsboro, they have only had 11 plays, 63 yards so far. The Mules have negative yardage. Patterson again. He'll push his way in, and he's going to have a 1st down. Darius Graham is going to wrap him up. But another big gain on 2nd down and 7. You can hear the cowbells. Another 1st down here for the Hillsboro Hawks. About 12-yard line, it looked like. They're going to mark him down. About a 22-yard pickup on 2nd down and 7. Big 1st down here by the Hillsboro Hawks, and they are in jeopardy. The Mules defense in jeopardy of giving up 20 points here in the first couple of minutes. There's a pass play. This one is incomplete. Ben Conclaser doing a phenomenal job in the end zone. That was actually Jay Soto. So Jay Soto did a phenomenal job there defensively, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Mules have 5 plays of offense, minus 7 yards so far here in this football game, taking on the number 6 team in Class 4 Hillsboro. It'll be a quarterback keeper. Good job by the Mules wrapping him up. Not going to get much. Jaredon Young was the first man through. So Preston Brown, quarterback keeper, didn't get a whole lot of yardage. It's going to be 3rd down and about 8. So they're going to spot him at the 10-yard line. So far, Hillsboro on 3rd down, they have been very successful here so far. Last week, Kennett could not get a 3rd down conversion. So far, Hillsboro, they can't miss on 3rd down. Brown, shotgun formation. This time he's looking to pass. Clean pocket for a moment. Good job by the Mules. It's collapsing. He is going to run with it, throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. Oh, good job by the Mules defense on that one. Not faking out with the pass or the run. 4th down coming up here for the Hillsboro Hawks. And obviously you're going to go for it, maybe see a field goal opportunity. Mules defense here standing strong on 3rd down conversions. So far, Hillsboro now is 0 for 2. And it looks like they're going to line it up here, and they're going to go for it. Why not on 4th and 8? Nothing to lose, up by 15. It's going to be, it's going to be a pass play. Jaredon Young comes out, and this one is going to be good for the touchdown. So it'll be a touchdown for the Hawks on 4th down and 8. Gavin Height caught it, but there's a flag down on the far side on the 10-yard line. We'll wait and see. Gavin Height was the receiver. Mules here hoping it's against Hillsboro. We don't know yet. We're still waiting. Now we'll get the official call. They get together. It's going to be illegal man downfield, it looks like, for the Hawks, so that's going to come back. Still 4th down. We'll take it. Illegal man downfield for the Hawks, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty, so we'll redo it. 4th down and about 13 now, with 4:57 to play here in the first quarter. So 4th down and 13 now. So Mules catch a break on that one. Could have been 20-0. And now they'll try it again. Brown again rolls out to his left. He may wind up. He throws it downfield, and this one's going to go in the back of the end zone. Mules defense holding strong, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And the Mules now will get it back with 4:50 left to go here in the first quarter. So Mules now will have it, and they've got to be able to put some points on the board. The defense did their job that time, but now the Mules offense has got to do their part and stay on the football field. Right now, minus 7 yards of offense. Hillsboro, they've got 87 yards. Peyton Brown, 7 carries, 33 yards. Patterson, 3 carries, 25 yards. So far, Jay Edmondson, he's got minus 7 on the sack. Edmondson still out there at QB. Shotgun formation. They're going to hand it off to Atari Amos now. There you go, big fella. He's got the cast on that left hand. Mules finally getting some positive yardage on first down. He'll gain about 5 or 6 yards. And they're going to mark him out to the 21. So that's a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. Atari Amos making his second start of the season. Started back in week number 1 and starting right now. We had no idea if we were going to be able to stream this football game. We were told there may not be enough room, so Tim and I made room. Tim is outside the press box. I'm inside. Edmondson now. There's another handoff. This one to Mikhail McFarland. He's busted 1 tackle, 2 tackles, and he'll be near midfield. A Mules first down, and the Mules now getting going. Mikhail McFarland, he'll get near the 50-yard line, right at the 50, and that is a 29-yard pickup for Poplar Bluff. No flags on the play. There you go. Jessica Walker says Mules defense is awake now. Lori West says, let's go Mules, rooting on number 9. He's going to cheer on the team tonight. Mason out tonight. He would love to be out there with his team. 1st and 10, Poplar Bluff. They're going to throw it, and this one is batted down at Jackson Patterson. As soon as Edmondson let that one go, he was knocking it down. 3:38 to play, first quarter. Mules, they've got their hooves warmed up now, as David Hadley says. 2nd down and 10. Back-to-back big runs, a 6-yard run by Atari Amos, and then a 29-yard run by Mikhail McFarland. McFarland last week surpassing 600 yards on the ground this year. Remember, he hasn't played a full season at running back. And we've got flags on the play. It's going to be against Hillsboro, a false start, so we'll make it 2nd down and 5 now for the Mules. We'll take that as well. I've got Jared Stark right here beside me. I'm trying to get him on the air, but he keeps waving me off. We'll get that fixed. He won't be able to hang out up here and not talk. 2nd down and 5 on the 45 now. Brandon Wilson tuning in back in Poplar Bluff says, let's go Mules. Now we're getting that crowd on Facebook here tonight, also on YouTube. Glad to have everybody tuning in on the radio as well. Shotgun formation for Edmondson. There's the option to Mikhail McFarland. McFarland's going to be close to a first down, maybe a yard shy, depending on where they spot him, right near the 41. We'll see where they give him. They're going to say on the 41.5-yard line. Nope, they're going to say 42-yard line. So only a 3-yard gain at 3rd down and 2 for the Mules. And this is a big 3rd down play coming up. Jared Young started to come off. He'll come back. 3rd down and 2 to go for the Poplar Bluff Mules. We might get a timeout. We get a timeout taken by Poplar Bluff. We're going to step away for 30 seconds. Our timeouts are being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge. 3rd and 2 when we come back. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today.
3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Mules down by 15 points, but they aren't driving. They've got it 3rd down and 2 to go on the 42-yard line. Big runs on this drive by Atari Amos as well as Mikhail McFarland. Boy, the Mules here, if they are able to figure out a way to put points on the board here, they are right back in the driver's seat. Jared Young now, he'll come in at the QB spot. 3rd down and 2, you would imagine 4-down territory to get 2 yards. Wildcat formation, and Hillsboro stopped Jared Young. They were ready for that one. So now the Mules are going to have to figure out a way. You got to go for it almost in this situation, you would think. I would not think that Poplar Bluff would punt the football away. And they're going to say still going to be on the 42-yard line. So no gain on the play. It's 4th down and about 2 to go. When it comes to 4-down scenarios for Poplar Bluff so far this season, on 4th down, they are 46% on 4th down. So now we'll see what the Mules do with it here on 4th down. They're going to have to get that 1st down. Edmondson now. It's going to be a handoff. Oh, the Mules drop it again. A flag comes in. A flag was thrown, it looked like. Nope, I think it was the fumble flag. These pink flags are driving me insane here tonight. I think there was a flag on the play. There was a flag. So now we'll see what the official says. It's going to be against Poplar Bluff. It's not going to matter anyway. Mules will turn it over on downs. It was two penalties on Bluff. It was a holding penalty as well, and it'll be a 1st down for the Hillsboro Hawks. The Mules are unable to score on that play. So Matlock was the intended running back that time, and they're going to lose a little bit of yards. They're going to get back to the 46-yard line, a loss of 4 on the play, and now for Hillsboro, they're going to have it with 2:10 to play here in the first quarter of play. Mules will turn it over on downs. And now we'll see Brown and company. There's a pass outside. Oh, he's able to haul it in somehow. It looked like it was going to go over his head. Good job by the receiver, Dalton Ross. And he will haul it in near midfield. It'll be about a 4 or 5 yard gain. They're going to mark him right at the 50-yard line. So a pickup of 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 to go. Hillsboro still leads 15-0. There is your no-huddle offense, David Hadley, as the Hillsboro Hawks quickly to the line. Jackson Patterson now has got some blocking out in front, and he just runs over 3 Mules defenders. Logan Davis will be the man to bring him down. Jackson Patterson, that is a Hillsboro 1st down. And they're going to mark him right at the 40, a 10-yard pickup. 2nd down, or make that 1st and 10 rather. Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Mules right now on their heels. They had a golden opportunity. There's another handoff. Mules miss 1 tackle. They miss 2 tackles. And finally going to bring him down, but not before the Mules miss a couple of tackles. Peyton Brown will have another 1st down, but there's a hold against the Hillsboro Hawks, so that's going to come back. Mules, a flag was thrown, and for the Hillsboro Hawks, it'll be a holding call. But that'll tell you right there, the Mules, they missed 2 tackles on that last play. So a holding call. Now it'll be 1st down, and we'll see where they mark him down. They're going to mark him back at the 50-yard line. So a 10 yards on the penalty. 1st and 20 now on the 50-yard line. So here is a holding call. We'll see what the Mules defense can do on 1st and 20. Brown back to pass. And we're going to get another flag right at the 50-yard line. Maybe this one false start against Hillsboro. We'll see on the penalty. And he's going to be a false start. So 5 more yards added to that. So it's going to be 1st down and 25 on the 45-yard line.
False start against the Hawks.
1:20 to play here in the first quarter of play. Make sure and hit that share button for us on Facebook. Ron Withrow says, let's go Mules. Glad to have you alongside, my friend. Coach Seaver's not happy on the sideline. Brown thought about throwing it. Logan Davis takes him down, and he throws it away. Incomplete pass. Good coverage by the Mules that time. A rare incomplete pass. David Hadley said it right. So far, Hillsboro, their offense here, their pass offense, is anything but weak. Mules right now down at 15 points early here. We're making our way, 1:03 to play here in the first quarter. Still in the first, just past 7 o'clock. And now we'll see what the Mules defense here, bringing 4 to the line, make it 5. There's a handoff. He goes right up the middle, almost untouched, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Hillsboro. Wow. 55 yards on the run. Peyton Brown goes virtually untouched. Chris Matlock, it's very rare that anybody runs through him, and that's what happened here on that play. 21-0 now with 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. So Marchetti now coming back out. Peyton Brown, he's going to come out for a moment. Going to tie his cleat, it looks like. Mules football presented by First Choice Insurance, Air Solutions. Also being brought to you by Russians Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Kevin's Auto Repair, and First Midwest Bank. Mules down 21-0. Marchetti now. Peyton Brown, 55 yards on the carry for the touchdown. He is the holder. Here is the extra point. It is on the way. It'll split the middle. And just like that, it is now a 22-point ball game here by the Hillsboro Hawks. We're back in 30 seconds on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
Well, it is now 7:34 tonight on this Friday. I'm Frankie Castile. It has been all Hillsboro so far. Hillsboro 156. When it comes to total offense, the Mules only 27. Mules averaging 2.5 yards per carry. Hillsboro averaging nearly 8 yards a carry. Marchetti going to kick it off, and Mules are in the hole right now, down by 22 points. Ball taken at the 10-yard line. Soto, he is up the middle. He's got a man to beat, and he is going to go in to the end zone. Touchdown, Mules. So Soto again. I don't see a flag down. Touchdown, Poplar Bluff, his second on special teams all season. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Go figure. A flag was thrown, and it's going to come back. It's going to be against Poplar Bluff. Wipes away the big 90-yard touchdown run. Everybody excited on Facebook about that one, so we'll have to take the comments back. It's going to be a block against the Mules. There it is, the flag thrown on the 32-yard line. They're doing the pink flags here tonight because of breast cancer awareness, obviously. There'll be a lot of folks on social media disappointed on that one. Every time the Mules have gotten anything going tonight, they just can't get anything going tonight. That's the way it is. Kathleen Patillo not happy with that either. I thought that was going to be a huge run by Soto. Would have been 90 yards on special teams. Would have been his second return this season. But instead of it being a 6 points, it'll be 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line now. And the Mules are going to be expected. They're going to have to go quite the distance here. Oh, boy. 1st and 10 on the 16. Here is a run, this one by the Mules, and it's not going to go anywhere. Mikhail McFarland is not going to go anywhere with it that time. And we'll see where they spot him down. And that should be the last play here of the quarter. I don't think Poplar Bluff is going to run anymore. They're going to lose a couple of yards. They're going to mark him back on the 15, so a -1 on the carry. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Mules are going to come out here, but I don't think they're going to get the play off. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Quarter is ended, and the Mules are down by 22 points. We'll be back. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. We're back in 1 minute.
Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff. Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
We are back here as we begin quarter number 2 right now. Right now, Sykeston down 6-0 against Charleston late in the first quarter. It is a 6-0 lead of Potosi against Cape Central. Also, Jackson leading Festus right now 8-0 near the end of the first quarter there as well. Edmondson, he is throwing long, and he's got a man there, but it's going to be incomplete. Good coverage by the Hillsboro Hawks. Darius Graham was unable to come away with the catch. Make that 3rd down and 11 now. Mules are down by 22 points over the state-ranked Hillsboro Hawks. You almost feel like that this possession is getting to a place where the Mules have got to put up some points. I mean, you hate to be that way. You don't want to say it that way, but the Mules down by 3 scores against this team is very, very unfortunate. 3rd down and about 11. Edmondson there to throw it. It's going to go over the head of Peyton Rogers, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So another 3 and out by Poplar Bluff, and that's going to bring up Jared and Young. You can tell by the Mules' expressions, they are frustrated right now. The defense, we talked about this in the keys to victory. We talked about how the Mules were going to have to keep the defense off the football field. So far, that is not the case. 22-0 right now is the score. So Jared and Young with the punt. Good punt by Jared and Young this time, and it's going to go all the way into Hillsboro territory. I don't see a flag on the play, so this one is going to be marked down near the 47-yard line.
from their own 46-yard line.
So they're going to mark it back to the 46, and that'll be a 39-yard kick. And that's where the Hillsboro Hawks will come out here, 1st and 10, with about 11:38 to go here in the first half. Mules are down big here in this one. Hillsboro now coming back out onto the football field. So Hillsboro now, they're going left to right on your dial. Peyton Brown, he's standing inside the pocket, has all day, and now Connor Stevens wraps him up. It'll be a sack, and Connor Stevens now. That's exciting for him as the Mules defense.
Tackle for number 8,
Connor Stevens doing a phenomenal job on that sack, and it'll be a 1-yard loss.
2nd down, Hawks.
On to the 45-yard line. So good job by Poplar Bluff on the sack, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 11. Something the Mules can cheer about there on the sack. So now Brown once again, he is looking to pass. He's going up the middle. This one incomplete. He had a man there. Kenyon Stout goes just over his head. Incomplete pass. So 3rd down and 11. Mules right now, another golden opportunity here on 3rd down and 11 as Hillsboro looking to convert on 3rd down for the first time in this football game. We'll see what the Mules are able to do with it. 3rd down and 11. He's going to pass again. Brown, a little shot out there. Good job by the Mules. Ben Conclazier, baby, takes him down this time. Peyton Brown was unable to do much. He does get the completion, but he's not going to get much. Ben Conclazier he's only going to get about a yard. So back to the original line of scrimmage. So the Mules defense, they do its job, and they're going to force a 3-and-out, barring any penalties here. It is, or I should say, there's a good punt. This one for the Mules, I would just let it go away. That's exactly what Matlock did. Matlock just let it go. He thought about touching it, but decided, you know what, I'm just going to let it go and take our chances here on offense. So the Mules force a 3-and-out. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mules on their own 13-yard line, a 41-yard punt, 0 on the return. Mules football is proudly presented by First Midwest Bank. Also being brought to you by Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Also Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Russians Towing, Air Solutions, and First Choice Insurance. So now the Mules will have it. 10:08 to play here in the first half. Mules need something going on this drive, no doubt. Mules here, handed off to Atari Amos. Amos breaks one tackle. And he is going to be out across the 30. And we'll see where they mark him down. That'll be another first down for Poplar Bluff. So Mules out across the 30 to about the 32. A 19-yard pickup by Atari Amos. And a first down for Poplar Bluff. Good run by the Mules on first down. Ron Withrow is fired up tonight, Tim, on Facebook. I would love to read that comment, Ron. He's not happy about that kickoff return there for a touchdown. He was not happy, no doubt about that. Now we're going to get a whistle here, and we've got a flag down. It's in the backfield. It's going to be against Poplar Bluff. Hey! It's going to be a delay of game against the Mules. Be a 5-yarder. So first down and 15 now. So coming up, we are going to give you a chance to win a $50 gift card. I've got two $25 gift cards. We'll combine them for a $50 gift card. We'll do that here coming up in just a moment. All you've got to do is share the video feed. That's all. Jay Edmondson now. He is in the pocket, throws it, and nearly picked off Dangerous throw by the Mules, and they are very fortunate on that one. That one could have been disaster. Incomplete pass. Lisa Pfister is just getting online, and glad to have you alongside. Lisa, Mules down 22-0. Mules have showed some life, but just unable to get anything going offensively to put points on the board. I read a comment earlier tonight about the fact that, there is Ralph Jefferson. Saw him today. I called him Dad, Tim. He said, love you, son. Yeah, we're going to blame this on John. You're right, Lisa. See what happens when John's not here? Oh, he's hit in the backfield, and they're going to say it's a fumble. No, they're going to say he was incomplete. It looks like they're going to say incomplete. Hopefully that is the case. Otherwise, Hillsboro would have had a huge momentum and position there. He was hit as the ball came out. Was his arm going forward? That is the question. I haven't seen a ruling yet. Didn't see a flag to indicate that the ball popped out either for a fumble. Boy, back-to-back plays. The defense here by Hillsboro bringing the pressure against Poplar Bluff. Edmondson. It's a good look there by Tim on that camera. I'll comment on the camera here in just a moment. Boy, they're taking an awful long time here, Tim, to figure out. I thought his arm was coming forward, which would have made it an incomplete pass. Here's the ruling coming up. We'll see if you can zoom in on that, Tim, as the official walks over. I don't see a ruling. You know what? They're going to give it to Hillsboro, Tim. They've ruled, and I think they're going to say a fumble. Recovery by Hillsboro. I see the offense here of Hillsboro coming out. So Hillsboro will have it, a third turnover in this football game.
Loose ball was recovered by the Hawks.
Wow, unbelievable. Nothing is going right here for the Mules. There is your first down run up the middle. Hillsboro has it now. So the first of the run here, quickly here, by Peyton Brown is going to get to about the 8-yard line. Good job by the Mules holding him after an 8-yard carry. The first on first down. This one by the quarterback. Mules defense was all over it here, unable to hand it off. Alcorn did a great job on that, on the quarterback stop that time. And loss of 3 yards, and quickly here, third down for the Hillsboro Hawks. And they're going to hand it off again to Peyton Brown. And Peyton Brown, we'll see where they mark him down. And they're going to give him a first down, it appears, inside or to the 5-yard line. They're going to say on the 4. And this time he's just going to go in and carry it in. So there's your touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run. With 8:01 to play here in the first half. So 28-0 now. 28-0 is the score. Here is the extra point. It is up and it is good. And now it is 29-0. Woo, lots going on here. We'll come right back. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Mules are down by 4 scores on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Protecting your toys are just as important as protecting your daily driver. First Choice Insurance can help find the coverage for your ATVs, boats, and campers that will give you peace of mind and not break your bank. So don't forget to allow First Choice Insurance to review your insurance needs today.
So here we are. We are back here as we get ready here to continue 8:01. Mules down 29-0 the score. And somebody made a comment earlier on. There's so many things going on. It's very, what's really cool is you forget what life is like when you're by yourself in the box and you're doing everything by yourself. You forget how much and how time flies doing everything. There was a squib kick to the 35-yard line. So the Mules are going to have a decent field position here on the 35. That was only a 25-yard kick. None on the return. So Mules now will have it 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. I was going to say it's amazing to see everything coming in, and we've had some issues all year long here and there, but I got to tell you, Tim has done a phenomenal job figuring out. The hardest part is figuring out what the issues were. Somebody made a comment about how crystal clear this game is. Tim's done a phenomenal job, and we appreciate him and everything he does to fix everything. Oh, the Mules run into each other. Atari Amos and Jay Edmondson, they bounce off of each other, and that's going to be a big-time loss for Poplar Bluff.
Number 46, Hunter Rhodes, leading the tackle for the Hawks.
So the Mules right now, that was a huge loss as Atari Amos and Jay Edmondson bounces off of each other. And that was going to go all the way back to the 26-yard line. That's a loss of 9 yards on that play. 2nd down and 19 now. The Mules hand it off again. There he goes, Atari Amos. He is going to be near the 1st down marker. And now there was some extracurricular after the play, and the fans want a flag, but if anything, it should go against Hillsboro, not Bluff. So Hillsboro better be careful. They may get what they want, except not against the only player they want. They're going to talk about it. That should be close to a 1st down. Atari Amos got a lot of that back. So they're going to have it close to a 1st down, all the way up to about the 43-yard line. That is a 17-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 now. Mules again, run it up the middle. Atari Amos, he'll be near the 1st down stick, maybe just a little bit shy. Depending on where they spot him, boy, they didn't give him a favorable spot, though, did they? Or did they? Yes, they did. They're going to give him the 2 yards. Just enough for a 1st down, but not by much. Big-time run by Atari Amos.
Good job, Pickles!
So Atari Amos now, 1st and 10 for the Mules. We are in the 2nd quarter. All right, Tim, I fixed the scoreboard, my friend. You should be able to put that back on the screen now. I just seen it in here, so we should be good to go. There we go. All right, good deal. So Mules now on 1st down. Didn't get a whole lot. Another handoff to Atari Amos. And they're going to get it out to about the 46-yard line. So a gain of 1 on the play. 29-0. There's a scoreboard. Under 5:40 to play here in the 1st half. Mules would love to put some points on the board right now. They will get the ball back here to start the 2nd half. Edmondson throwing to Chris Matlock, who dropped it, had it for a moment, and unable to come away with the ball. 3rd down and 9. Mules have not had much passing all game long. Taking a look at the passing yards here for Poplar Bluff. Jay Edmondson is 0 out of 8. Not a single passing yard yet in this game. There is a flag down, by the way. It's going to be a hold against who else? Poplar Bluff.
Penalty is holding against the Mules.
So they're gonna take away that play, and they're gonna add 10 more yards on the penalty there against Poplar Bluff. Another holding call. Boy, Mules just can't catch a break here tonight. 2nd down and 19. Actually, it's gonna be more than that. So now Jay Edmondson, he throws a wobbly pass. It's picked off by Hillsboro. It is picked off near midfield. So Ray, 4th turnover of the ball game here for Poplar Bluff. And Ray was at the right place at the right time. That's Griffin Ray, by the way. He has been accepted to Oklahoma on a wrestling scholarship. And now the Hillsboro Hawks will have it on the Mules' 44-yard line. 1st and 10 with 5:21 to play.
Timeout, Poplar Bluff.
And the Mules are going to take a timeout, and that's what they needed to do right now with 5:21 to play here in the first half. Our timeouts are being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge in Poplar Bluff. And we're going to keep it right here as the Mules right now, they've got to figure out something to get going. So we're going to give away this $50 gift card. I know things are not going our way tonight at all, not even a little bit right now. But we still want to give away some great prizes. We still want to give away some great things courtesy of Academy Sports and Outdoors. All you've got to do is share this feed. You don't have to answer any questions here tonight. Just share this feed. I'm going to go through the feeds here in a little bit to see who shared it, and we're going to pick a winner tonight. That's how we're going to do this here tonight. We want to reach as many people. I know that it's not going our way. We want people to share the video. We want this to be our biggest shares of the night. Patterson gets it outside. He'll get to about the 40, and that's about all he's going to get. So Patterson gets about 4 yards on the carry following that timeout by Poplar Bluff. Mules have 1 timeout remaining here in the first half. 2nd down and about 6. Second down and 6 now. Mules down 29-0. There's a pass outside. David Hadley said it correctly earlier how this offense here, the passing game, it is working right now for the Hillsboro Hawks.
Just shy of the first down. 3rd down, Hawks.
So that one gets it out to Patterson again at number 43. And they're going to pass it. Mules nearly tried to pick it off, but instead it's going to wind up and be a touchdown. It'll be a 35-yard catch and run. Another touchdown here by Hillsboro. They go up by 6 more points. Unreal for Poplar Bluff. This is like a nightmare for them. Stout goes the distance. 35 yards. 4:12 to play here in the first half. And this one, going to throw it inside. It's going to be picked off by the Mules, so it's not going to be good. Connor Stevens, he asking why they blew the whistle, but you can't advance it that way. It would have been nice if you could. It would have been nice if you were able to do that. 35-0 right now. And that's how this is going to wind up and be. 35-0 for the Hillsboro Hawks. Poplar Bluff. They've got to figure out a way to get something going here in this ball game. Down by 35 points. 35-0 right now is the score. So Hillsboro's going to, or I should say the Mules offense going to come back out. So now the scoreboard, Tim, should be good to go, my friend. So the clock will run. Not yet, Diana. It's not going to run yet, not until we get to the second half. But with the Mules down 35-0, the time will not stop in the second half unless the Mules are able to cut it down under 35 points. By the way, next week, this is our final broadcast of football season on Facebook and on YouTube. After tonight, we will still stream, but we have to use Misha's platform. That is the unfortunate thing. Not our doing, we don't like it, but we got to follow the rules. And we have to go through Misha TV after tonight. We have loved every minute of being here on Facebook and on YouTube. Tim and I, we've had a lot of miles this year. And now the football team, the Mules football team, is coming off here. So both teams are going to come off the football field here for a moment. Something on the turf, it appears, in the end zone. Not sure what's going on. I'm not sure what's up in the end zone. Maybe blood possibly in the end zone is what I'm hearing. So that's what they're trying to do now, is wash off the blood there near the end zone. Mules football here tonight. It's all being brought to you by First Choice Insurance, PB Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, also Patriot Auto Glass, Christian Automotive and Tire, Eye Care Specialist, Larry Hillis Dodge. Also being brought to you by Briggs & Stratton, Scott Law Group, LLC, and being brought to you by Taco John's. Nope, the mercy rule is 35, David, in high school football, but it doesn't start until the second half. So in the second half, that's when the clock will run. If the Mules cannot figure out a way to put points on the board. So now they are still working on, well, they were working on it, so now we're not sure if the teams are going to be allowed to come back out or not. Next week, the Mules, this game really has no bearing on whether or not we're on the road next week or not. The Mules have locked in a 4 seed. We will be at home. More than likely, the Mules are going to take on the Fox Warriors. It is that simple. I don't see the Mules here able to get to a 3 seed. The Mules, to do that, would basically have to shut out Hillsboro in the second half and put up 49 points. They would have to win plus 13. Oakville would have to lose by 13. And right now, Potosi, they are doing us a favor at Cape Central right now. At last check, Potosi was winning. But if the Mules can't win here, it doesn't matter. Either way, we're going to be at home next week for Mules football. The only difference is we won't be on Facebook or YouTube, but we'll be on Misha TV the rest of the way when it comes to high school football. Yeah, David, it's been 35 for a little while now. But that clock will run all the way through the second half unless the Mules can put up points. And they're going to have to do it before halftime. Here is the kick. Another squib kick here. And the Mules, it bounces off the Mules, but they're going to recover it right near the 40-yard line. Good job by the Mules. And it's Spencer Nunn. I talked to his dad earlier this afternoon in the crowd. He is here watching his boy play. So Mules will have it now on the 39-yard line. Only a 21-yard kick. And Mules will come back out with the football. Down 35-0. Nope, we will not head to Jackson. That'll be the week after next. If the Mules win tonight, we're going to host the 5 seed. More than likely, it's going to be Fox. And if the Mules beat Fox for a second time this year, the Mules will take on Jackson in week 2 of the districts. There was a quick handoff by Poplar Bluff. Atari Amos. He is going to get to about the 40, so only a gain of a yard on that play. Clock runs now. Mules have one timeout here in the half left. 3:46. Second down and 9 to go. I know, Nikki. I hate it. I really do. The problem is if we break the rule and get caught doing it, we can get banned for a full year of not being able to video stream any sports of Poplar Bluff, and we don't want to do that. Jay Edmondson keeps it, and it's going to be a loss of yards in the backfield. Jay Edmondson, they're going to mark him down about the 38-yard line or so. So a loss of 2, it's going to bring up a third down and 11 now for the Mules. So third down and 11, 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Take this opportunity to say hello to Grandma Jackie, who is probably broken every piece of furniture in her house right now, Tim. Mules down by 5 touchdowns. Yes, the winner of next week, David, will head to Jackson. There's a flag thrown.
Flag on the play.
It'll be against Poplar Bluff more than likely. Yes, it is. False start against the Mules. Back him up 5 more yards. So third down and 16 on the 33-yard line. I got to tell you, Tim, done a great job here tonight on the camera. Everything just looks absolutely amazing. This is the way a broadcast should be when you're watching it at home. Looks crystal clear, nice. You can see everything really good. Is it too early to mention the basketball season, Tim? That's coming up. We're going to be in the gym December 3rd. That'll be the first Mules basketball game. It's never too early to talk about that. Edmondson steps outside, and he throws it to Jared Young, but it's going to go incomplete. Mules have still yet to complete a pass. Jay Edmondson here, 0 for 9. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions here tonight. Mules have only had 55 yards of offense. Meanwhile, Hillsboro, 216. They are averaging about 7 yards per play. Peyton Brown, 11 carries, 107 so far on the night, 3 touchdown runs. Jackson Patterson, 5 carries, 39 yards. Mules will come out, and they're going to punt the football away. Jared Young, he has had some good kicks and make it another one. Very good kick. It takes an amazing bounce inside the 30 to about the 25-yard line, and Chris Matlock just gives it a kick for good luck. Another big kick by Jared Young. It goes 42 yards, none on the return. So Hillsboro now will come back out with the football with about 1:58 to play here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we will break it all down, and for the Mules, not much to break down on their end as the Mules trail by 5 touchdowns. Hillsboro going to try to add more points before halftime. Mules at Jared Young flushing Brown outside the pocket. There is a quick pass outside, and it goes to number 82, Gavin Height. And he's going to get it to about the 29. So about a 4-yard completion pass that time. Second down and 6. Hillsboro has all 3 of their timeouts. Brown at shotgun formation. More than likely, it goes over his head. He's able to track it back down. He's outside the pocket now. Throwing on the run. Good job by the Mules defense. Peyton Rogers on the coverage. It goes incomplete. Third down and about 6 now for the Hillsboro Hawks. Hillsboro 2 out of 5 on third down conversions on the night. Kimberly Smothers, yes, things have not looked good tonight for the Mules so far. 1:43 to play. Yes, wrestling starts soon. It's amazing how all the winter sports are going to be starting up here pretty soon. I got the privilege last year to actually do some PA work for a wrestling match in Poplar Bluff. I had no idea what I signed up for. It was a lot of fun, though. Brown goes through the air. He's got a receiver just over his head. Incomplete pass. It was intended for Dalton Ross, and that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Hillsboro Hawks with about 1:36 to go here before halftime. So the Mules will get the football back, barring any penalties. Matlock is going to stand at his own 42 or 40-yard line. And we'll see what the Mules can do with it here. Not much time to work with. Only one timeout left here in the first half. Mules down by 35 points. So Mules now, or I should say the punter coming up now is Colton Romine, and we're going to get a whistle timeout called here by the Hillsboro Hawks. So we will step away with them. We'll be gone for 30 seconds. We'll be back. Mules down 35-0 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
Do you feel that rush of adrenaline? That's the feeling of over 100 years of Poplar Bluff football excellence. Let's make some history.
Our timeouts are being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge and Poplar Bluff, exceeding your expectations. I got a text message earlier on asking why we didn't really do any Facebook post about the football game. Well, for those of you just tuning in, we were unsure if we were going to be able to stream this game live. We were told that we may not be able to because there was really no room for the cameras. But Tim and I got here. Oh, the football is blocked, and this one's in the end zone, and the Mules are going to pick it up. Touchdown, Mules on the block punt. Logan Davis is going to get the score. Touchdown, Mules. In the unlikeliness, the Mules get the block punt and then scoop it up in the end zone. So the Mules still score. And now the Mules with a extra point attempt that is on the way, and the Mules are going to wind up, and they get the extra point to go along with it. Mules are down by 28 now. They trail 35-7, and Amber Bliss says, finally, way to go, Logan Davis is absolutely correct. What do you think about that, Jared? Don't be shy. Put that headset on. You might as well. You're up here hanging out with us. Put that headset on there. What about that block punt?
That was amazing. You guys got a way better view up here, by the way.
We do. It's nice and warm up here as well. Last time we were here, we had to have earmuffs and scarves and hot chocolate.
It is a great night for football tonight. That breeze is amazing.
So what do you think about the Mules right now and the fact that we have just had all kinds of issues, but the Mules, what they're proving right now is the Mules are not giving up?
Yeah, it's good to see them with their heads still in the game, you know, headed into the half. And hopefully they can have some conversations and get squared up on some plans for the second half. And now they've got those 7 points, Frankie. They're not going to be able to run the clock on them.
That's right.
So they'll have a little more time to maybe get the ball down the field.
Getting those points. Virginia says at least it's not a shutout. That's right. Richie says no shutout tonight. Hey, if that's what it takes to get the boys fired up, I'm all about it. If it takes a no shutout to get us going, that gives the Mules a little bit of momentum. The Mules brought the house on that punt, and because of it, they were able to pick up 7 points. Mules doing a good job there. Peyton Rogers, or is that good? No, a flag comes in late. Want to take a wager on who the foul's going to be against?
Well, if history is any indication.
Number 30, Cohen Linder on the return.
So we'll see what the penalty is. It was thrown near the 32-yard line. About a minute 21 to go here in the first half. Mules right now trail 35-7. Shutout is over. And now the Mules will see what the penalty is on and who it's going to be against. Still looking at each other, the officials now. We'll let Tim zoom in to kind of see what the official says. Uh-oh, it's going to be against Hillsboro. It's going to be illegal block in the back, it looks like. So we're going to move them back, and that's some good news for the Mules defense, Jared.
Yes, it is. I like seeing them move them that way. And you were talking to Tim earlier about all this wonderful video footage and all the coverage. And both of you guys, as a parent that doesn't get to make all the away games, I really appreciate all y'all's coverage.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. There's a run play from the 21-yard line. Hillsboro, Jackson Patterson, he is going to continue to try to move the football. That winds up being a 39-yard kick following the penalty. And now for the Hillsboro Hawks, it is a first down, Hillsboro, as they're going to move it all the way up to about the 34-yard line, 33-yard line rather. So it's a 12-yard pickup there on first down. This time not nearly as successful. One thing about Hillsboro, they've been very balanced here in the first half. They've had a few passing plays when they needed it, but already have a running back here, Jared, well over 100 yards in the first half. That was a 4-yard pickup by Peyton Brown. A little bit of misconfusion there by the quarterback here. Under 30 seconds now in the first half. Mules down 35-7. Mules will get the football back. Misdirection there. Oh, the Mules miss a tackle. Had him for a big loss, and he was able to, what was that?
I said that was my boy.
I wasn't going to say that. I wasn't going to say that.
He gets an A for effort.
He does. Going to get it to the 40 and a gain of 4 yards. Third down coming up here. Third and about 1.5, maybe 2 yards.
And that's going to bring us to halftime.
And they're going to let the clock run out. So halftime is here. So coming up, we'll break down the first half. We're going to give away $50 with Academy Sports and Outdoors. Remember to share the video feed. Let's make this the biggest video feed shares so far this season. I know we're down 35-7. We still have 2 quarters to go. Mules are going to get the football. Also, we'll talk to Coach Billy Pyland before we get ready for the second half. We'll be back. Mules trail 35-7. We will take a 3-minute timeout and come right back. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027. And remember, Patriot Auto Glass will come to you.
Scott Law Firm is experienced in estate planning and the preparation of documents like wills and trusts. Let the Scott Law Firm help you protect your family and pass along your estate according to your terms. Call Scott Law Firm today at 785-4688. Southeast Signs and Graphics of Poplar Bluff can handle all of your printing needs, from t-shirts, wall displays, banners, and so much more. Call their team at 573-772-5566 or get to southeastsignsandgraphics.com.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
All right, we are back here at halftime. The Mules trail 35-7, and the Mules will get the football to begin the second half. And for Poplar Bluff, they were really struggling in the first half offensively. But, Jared, there were a few things the Mules did well. There was a drive where Atari Amos got a big run. Mikhail McFarland got a big run. It stalled out on him, but the turnover factor has been an issue. We talked about this before the game started as far as our Mules' keys to victory. Turnovers were going to be a big issue. If the Mules could not hang on to the football, it could be a long night. So far, that's what we've seen for the Mules, but you're down 35-7. What do you think, as your boy plays on this team, what do you think Coach Sievers is telling his team right now in the locker room?
The biggest thing is they've got to minimize the penalties, minimize the flags. We've had quite a few of those tonight, Frankie.
We have.
And the biggest thing is I think some of them, at least I know my boy, they were talking about the game in the days leading up to tonight. They've come off a pretty good streak the last few weeks, have had some good games. And I know there was always some discussion about Hillsboro being one of the tough games here at the end. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe there in the very beginning they kind of got in their head a little bit. And hopefully during the halftime, Coach Sievers can get them talked out of that and maybe get them headed in the right direction and use that touchdown that we've got as the momentum to get the excitement up and get them pumped up on the offense side like they need to be.
Defensively, what do you say right now to the Mules? If you're Coach Manning, what do you tell your defense right now?
I don't know, man. Just keep it. I think the defense is playing pretty good. They're doing the best they can.
They are. They're doing everything. They're doing everything they possibly can right now. Let's go over some of the numbers here, and let's talk about the scoring drives. And there were a lot of them. 8:20 to go in the first quarter. Peyton Brown runs for 1 yard, and then a few moments later, literally under a minute later, following a turnover by Poplar Bluff, Preston Brown, the quarterback, he runs for 21 yards and scores the touchdown. They got a 2-point conversion that time. With 53 seconds to go in the first quarter, Peyton Brown again runs for 55 yards. That was a big drive, scoring the touchdown. And then 8:01 to go, second quarter, Peyton Brown again runs for his third touchdown of the game. He makes it 29-0, and then 4:21 to go in the ball game, or in the first half, rather. The quarterback completes to Canyon Stout for 35 yards. The extra point is no good. And then with 1:28 to go, the Mules block a punt, and it's recovered by Logan Davis in the end zone. Extra point is good, and that's where we are right now. Mules down by 35-7. Mules in the first half here, Jared, 55 yards of offense. Meanwhile, Hillsboro 240. When it comes to yards per play, the Mules about 2 yards. Hillsboro almost 7 yards per play. That is a huge difference right now.
Absolutely. It is a 35-7 difference that we need to remedy post-halftime. Hopefully the kids could come out with a little brighter attitude moving towards the second half and try not to get in their head about it as far as – I know that's a big thing. Especially Hillsboro came out right out of the gate. I mean, boom. People had barely gotten their seats, hadn't even gotten their nachos and their fried pickles that they've got down there, and they've already got points on the board. And that just sets the tone, it can, for the rest of the game if you let it. So that's going to be their biggest thing, is overcoming that tone that was set early on. And they can do it. They just got to buckle down and do it.
Mules have got to have a passing game in this second half. Right now, they are 0 of 9 right now with 0 in the passing category. Does that surprise you, Jared, in the first half by Poplar Bluff?
Man, you're asking me questions I don't know the answer to, Frankie.
I'm treating you like John Scott.
I know. I don't know John. I heard.
Okay.
I know. I mean, I listened to you guys last week. I heard you guys talking about Bill's Barbecue.
Yeah, that was him, yeah.
I figured out what that was.
Gotcha.
And I just came up because, I saw Tim. I wanted to say hi, and then I know Sean's not here.
He's back in Bluff.
John Scott's not here this weekend. I felt bad for you. I thought I'd say hi.
You know what? I was doing everything. I got to tell you.
You are a well-oiled machine, my friend.
I appreciate that very much, and I appreciate you hanging out for a little bit. The Mules have got to get some receiving yards here coming up in the second half. We get the football to begin with. Odds are, no matter what happens here, the Mules are going to be a 4 seed coming up next week, and that means we'll take on probably Fox which means we would see Jackson in week 2 of districts instead of the championship game. So the Mules are going to be in for quite the long haul, but let's make no mistake about it. The defense hanging in there as much as they can, and we wish Mason West all the best, and hopefully he's able to play next Friday night when the Mules take on Fox, it looks like, in the first round of districts in Poplar Bluff. And final thoughts here from you before we let you get back to your family?
Again, I just want to say thank you guys for all the
Absolutely.
coverage. I want to speak for all the parents back home. Sometimes you get off work late. You can't make these, hour and a half, 2-hour drives to get up here. And the YouTube, the Facebook coverage, along with the radio coverage and the streaming coverage has just been great this year. And I really appreciate it.
Thank you,
and
Jared.
I know there's a lot of parents that do, because you get to see every game that way that you might not have normally been able to see. And listening to it, watching it on the radio, if you will, that's cool. That's awesome. Been doing that for a long time. But you add that on top of the live video feeds that we have now, and it's just fantastic.
Well, I appreciate that a lot. And by the way, for those who don't know, you did fill in for me one time before. You did call a football game when my son was born, and a little backstory there. We had to fly him, or I didn't fly him, but he was flown to St. Louis. We spent about a month in the hospital, and you covered for me, and the best part about that was, for those who don't know, what's really funny is you and Galen, you guys stole some names from some movies because you didn't have a roster. So how was that? What was that like?
Well,
I was told that may be the funniest broadcast ever.
We had a roster, but it's there's a lot going on here. It's hard to keep track of everything. That's what I was thinking. Tim does such great video. You guys should do like a promo video of you behind the scenes, keeping up with all these scoreboards. If you guys could see all the stuff going on behind here, it's insane. This guy is like a little rabbit back here, just busy, keeping up with all the scores and making sure that the feed's good and the score's right on the YouTube feed and the Facebook feed. A lot of stuff going on to make it happen.
I tell you what, I wish I had a recording of that football game when you and Galen did it.
I'm glad there's not.
I was told that was the best broadcast ever in the history of KWOC.
Full disclosure, I learned what a first down was that Friday morning.
Oh, you know who you played that night, don't you? I remember the team. It was Jackson.
Was it?
Yes,
I know
it
we came
was.
up here too.
Yep, you did. You came up here. You finished out the season for me because we were in St. Louis with my son, and I couldn't make the games. And I remember the first game was against Jackson, and I got a call from the coach who said that the coaching staff that you were sitting beside, they were just rolling all night long because they knew that these names did not make sense. But it was a great time. It was a great time. Jared, thank you again for all the support, my friend, and we'll let you get back to your family.
Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and hopefully these guys will get her done. If not, they can finish strong, and then we'll go into next week with the right mindset and finish out the season strong.
That's right. Jared Stark here joining us live at the half. So coming up, we'll have much more as we continue. We'll break down the numbers for you. We're also going to give away $50 from Academy Sports and Outdoors, 2 $25 gift cards. We also have some tumblers to give away tonight as well. And all you got to do is share the video feed. We want tonight to be the most shared feed of all season long. And like Jared said a moment ago, for those of you that follow us, you know what, we've had some growing pains this year. The technology has changed a little bit with us. So Tim, it's all Tim. It's not me. Tim has spent every week trying to figure out, okay, what can we do differently? What can we add or take away to make this broadcast go smooth? And let me tell you, it got really bad a couple of weeks ago when we were at an OFC baseball tournament. He said, you know what, I'm done. We're going to start all the way over. So we started replacing pretty much everything, and I hope you're able to see everything at home. I haven't seen any hiccups tonight, and that's a sign that Tim, when I say this, he is the best man in the business for this. I really mean that. I know him and I spent a lot of time together, but there's nobody better at this video stuff than Tim Hicks, and I could not do my job without him. And I'm pretty sure he feels like he couldn't do his part without me as well. So if you get the opportunity, just say a big thank you to Tim, because without his part, The video part, we would not be able to do this, and all we would have is the radio, which is great, by the way. We've done that since 1938, but now we're able to do something that not many people get to do, and that is add the video part of this, and we work a lot of hours to make sure this goes. Like I said during the OFC baseball tournament, I know for him, Cheryl's a big reason why he gets to do this with his wife. My wife, Pam, same way, great families, and they understand that we have a lot of folks who rely on us to do this, and we just love our Friday nights. I feel like our Friday nights are our second family when it comes to football. You look at the comments that we have each and every week on the video shares, and Tim, they don't compare to anybody else who does this. We put a lot of time into this, and our sponsors are so amazing as well for letting us do this. We've been video streaming now for 2 years. I've been calling football now. This is my 13th season, and I feel like I'm just now getting started, figuring out, you know what, this is where we belong, and we can't wait to do this. On the other elephant in the room, I want to address it real fast, real quick, and we'll say this again coming up a lot next week. We will have next week's game on video. However, I will tell you, because of Misha rules, we cannot air it on Facebook and YouTube. I hate that rule. I hate telling people that if you want to watch the game, you got to go to Misha TV. Not our policy. We don't get any money out of it. It is all Misha. But you do have an option. If you do want to watch the game next week, you can tune in on Misha TV, and we will have a link set up for you to do that, or later next week whenever we get all the stuff taken care of. You will have an option to watch it, or you can come back and listen to us on the radio. All right, 6:22 to go here at halftime. Miss Patillo, thank you so much, and thank your husband, John David, as well. He does so much for us week in and week out, giving us the interviews, and I know we'll see him coming up after this football game. Mules right now down at 35-7. Let's go ahead and go over some of the numbers here at halftime. We talked about it a moment ago. Poplar Bluff right now, 25 plays of offense, 55 yards so far in the first half. Looking at Hillsboro, they've got 36 plays for 240. The yards difference is very impressive. Mules have about 2 yards per play. Hillsboro about 6.5 yards a play. The biggest difference besides turnovers, Mules, by the way, 4 turnovers here in the first half. The biggest difference is the passing game for Bluff. Right now, it is non-existent for Jay Edmondson. He is 0 out of 9 so far when it comes to the air game. Hillsboro, they're not doing terrible. They are 5 out of 12, and they've got 49 yards so far when it comes through the air. However, 191 on the ground. They are averaging 8 yards per play on the ground. Coming in the game, they are averaging 9 yards a play. So you get the idea that right now the ground game is what's getting it done, but Hillsboro does have a small passing game, and it is making the Mules pay a little bit. As Preston Brown, the quarterback, 5 of 12, 49 yards, does have a touchdown pass. But right now it is all on the ground. Number 22 for Hillsboro, Peyton Brown, 12 carries, 111 yards. He is averaging over 9 yards per carry, 3 touchdown runs. Jackson Patterson, he's got 6 carries, 51 yards. Preston Brown, the QB, 5 carries, 23 yards. He is averaging almost 5 yards a carry. He also has a touchdown to go along with it. Kenyon Stout, the touchdown reception. He's got 1 catch for 35 yards. Jackson Patterson, a catch for 5. And Dalton Ross and Gavin Height each have 1 catch for 4 yards. Looking at the Mules on their numbers right now, Edmondson once again is 0 out of 9. He's got 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Atari Amos, his first game back since week 1, 7 carries, 37 yards, averaging about 5 yards per carry. Mikael McFarland, he's got 4 carries, 31 yards. His longest run tonight, 22 yards. He's averaging 7.5 carries, and that's it. Everybody else, Matlock has a carry for -4. Edmondson, 3 carries, -9. Those are the numbers right now for Poplar Bluff. And the Mules find themselves in a big hole right now. They are down 35-7 right before halftime. The Mules were able to block a punt and that means they were able to score the touchdown. Poplar Bluff added 7 points, and that means in the second half, at least for now, the clock is not going to stop. The Mules will have it, or the clock will stop, rather, and the Mules have some time to try to add some points on the scoreboard before Hillsboro gets the football back. Let's talk about time of possession. That is a big deal right now for the Mules. Looking at the time of possession, it is pretty balanced, believe it or not. The Mules have had the football for almost 11 minutes, and Hillsboro about 13 and a half minutes. So pretty evenly matched right now in that category. But the first downs, Hillsboro 11, Mules have only 3. Third down conversions, Mules are about 17% tonight, 1 out of 6. And Hillsboro not much better. They are 2 out of 6 at 33%. But it comes down to the turnovers right now for the Mules. 4 turnovers have costed the Mules 21 points of the 35. 0 turnovers when it comes to Hillsboro in the first half. So there you go. Those are the numbers here tonight. And once again, for Poplar Bluff, they've got a lot of things that they've got to figure out here coming up at halftime. We'll see if they're able to do that. Now, coming up in just a moment, I don't see them just yet, but there's still some time here at halftime. It was an extended halftime because it is senior night for this team here out of Hillsboro. Coming up, we're going to talk to one of our coaches. That is Coach Billy Pyland. I do see Coach Jim Brown coming up, so that means Pyland shouldn't be too far behind. So we'll step away for 1 minute. We'll come right back after a minute timeout, and hopefully we'll talk live to Coach Billy Pyland. Our halftime is being brought to you by PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Mules are down at 35-7 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pbrmc.com and searching online scheduling. Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job
tonight
openings.
Being brought to you by Taco John's, the Scott Law Group LLC, Briggs & Stratton. Also being brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge, Eye Care Specialist, Christian Automotive and Tire, Patriot Auto Glass, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, First Midwest Bank, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialists, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers. Also being brought to you by Russians Towing, Air Solutions, and First Choice Insurance. There's Coach Billy Pyland there, Tim. You can get him on camera if you can. Walking up on the 30-yard line. We'll get him live on the program. We'll get him on for a quick couple of minutes here if he's able to get here in time. Let's see. Shonda Height, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Miss Brandy Alcorn as well. Scott Taylor, he says no one likes a certain group. He's talking about Misha TV there, Tim, not us. Funny comment there. I like that. All right, so we're watching Coach Billy Pyland. He is walking up the staircase right now. We'll pick his thoughts here before we get to the second half. We'll figure out what they told his team at halftime. And we'll see if the Mules are able to figure out a way to possibly put some points on the board, as they will have the football, by the way, to begin the second half. Coach Billy Pyland, as that wind picks up a little bit, we'll let him get mic'd up. Go ahead, my friend. Coach Pyland, let's talk about that first half a little bit. Did not go the way the Mules wanted to begin with. We did block a punt. We got some points late. What adjustments can we see after halftime?
Well, against a great team like the Hawks are, Hillsboro, you can't have turnovers like we did tonight. And so we're going to try to eliminate that and just try to keep everything positive and find some more positive in what we're going to do.
One thing that I've noticed here, the passing game hasn't been there for the Mules. So far, Edmondson 0 out of 9. What can we expect from him coming up in the second half?
Well, with Jay, you got to be real positive with young kids, especially a quarterback, and you can't give up on them, which we're not going to. And Jay's a great kid, and he's going to be a good player. But right now, we're just trying to find something that's positive going into the game right now.
Let's talk about positive. The defense, even though we've given up 35 points, Coach, our defense, man, they're still really good, and it's hard to stop them when they've got excellent field position.
Yes, our defense is doing a great job. But, we got it, like we say, do your job. We got pitch, we got quarterback, we got fullback, so we got to do our job there. But they're doing a great job of containing. We didn't help on offense.
I'm so glad you're able to.
Better.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much for talking to me real quick. How critical will be the first possession for the Mules? What can we expect when the Mules take the football in about 20 seconds?
Well, hopefully our kicker return does make another touchdown, and then another positive. I hope we can move the ball and give the kids some confidence and some positive stuff going on.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much for the time, my friend. We'll go get him in the second half. What do you say?
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach Billy Pyland joining us live here tonight as we get ready for the second half. Mules will have the football back, and let's pick a winner here tonight, Tim. What do you say for $50? He says do it. I like that. All right, so $50 here from Academy Sports and Outdoors. We are going to select right now. We will select Kimberly Smothers. She was able to share the video for us. So I will contact Kimberly coming up later on tonight, maybe first thing in the morning, and we'll get her the $50 from Academy Sports and Outdoors. We've got some tumblers to give away tonight as well. We're going to do that coming up this half. All you've got to do is just share the video feed. That's all we want you to do tonight. We're not going to ask you a question, and there's a reason behind that, actually. It's kind of a funny story. I'll tell you about that coming up in just a moment. So the kickoff, here we go. Mules better get it. Oh, the Mules did not fall on it, and I think Hillsboro may have recovered it. We'll see the actual ruling here. No, Mules have it. Boy, the Mules catch a break. I thought Hillsboro may have fell on it. They did not. Devonna Tankersley says she's proud of the boys. Yes, you should be. They are playing really well. I know they're down 35-7, 25. So a 35-yard kick, none on the return. So Poplar Bluff now. We'll see what the offense can do with it here from the 25-yard line as we get set. Edmondson now. I like the fact they're sticking with this kid. Atari Amos, he's not going to get anything as he is driven down by a host of Hillsboro players. Leading the way for Hillsboro on the tackle was number 32, Harrison Voiles.
Big stop from the Hawks.
So Atari Amos maybe is going to lose a couple of yards. He will. It's amazing how that wind has picked up. This reminds me of Sykeston all over again. Not much wind to begin the ball game. But, man, we have a bunch of it now. Brandy Alcorn says, you got this, Poplar Bluff. Just started the second half. Mules down 35-7. There's a whistle, and there's another flag on the play. It's going to be a false start here against the Mules. No, it's going to be against the Hawks. Didn't see that one coming. So that's going to give the Mules a little bit better field position now. Be a 5-yarder on the offsides. So now instead of it being second down and 12, it is second down and 7. We would love to get to about 40 shares here tonight in total to make this our biggest feed share of the season. We need about 16 more shares. Oh, what do we got here? And we're going to get a whistle here, maybe a timeout called. It's going to be an early timeout called by Poplar Bluff here in this first half with 10:48 to go here in the third quarter. Let's step away for 30 seconds. Our timeouts are brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff. Eye Care Specialist is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
Our timeouts are brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge in Poplar Bluff, proud supporter of Mules Athletics. Another score coming in here to our 27-13 right now. Cape Central trails against Potosi. I don't think Cape Central saw that one coming tonight so far. All right, second down and about 7 now. Edmondson thought about handing it off, throws it out to Chris Matlock. There's the first pass completion of the night, and he's got a first down, and he'll be taken out of bounds near the 40. They'll mark him about the 38-yard line, first completion of the night, and exactly what the Mules needed. And Coach Pyland said, don't give up on the guy, and they're not. 10-yard gain for the Mules, and that'll be a Mules first down. Poplar Bluff moving the sticks now on the 10-yard pass. First completion by Edmondson, 1 out of 10. You like to see that. There's a handoff. Atari Amos. He does break one tackle, and he'll get out to about the 41-yard line, maybe 42. We'll see where they mark him down. Good job by the Mules. And they're going to mark him down on the 42-yard line, a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down and about 6. Boy, the wind has really picked up now. It was not like this. I'm glad you're not there, Tim. Oh, there you are. Oh, he's turning the heater on. I'm good. Another handoff. This one goes up the middle again. Atari Amos. Hillsboro player is slow to get up as well. You hope he is okay. It'll be a first down, it looks like, for the Mules. And that was a Hillsboro player, 72, Hunter Reed. I think his family is right in front of us, too. It is a first down, Mules. Atari Amos is going to get to the Hillsboro 41-yard line on a 17-yard run. There you go. Mules now, good-looking drive here to begin the second half. Mules down 35-7. Low snap. They're going to give it back to Atari Amos, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, it appears. And that'll bring up second down in about 10. Maybe just a hair shy of the 41-yard line. Still going to bring up second down and 10. So it's Atari Amos now, giving the Mules a little bit to cheer about right now. Still have a long way to go. Mules have got to get some stops and get things in their favor to get back in this ball game. They're down 35-7, second down and 10. Mules going left to right on your radio dial or your TV screen. Darius Graham, there's a first down for the Mules. His second completion down to about the 30-yard line, and Darius Graham gets his first catch on the night, and that'll be another Mules first down. And they're going to mark him down on the 29-yard line. There's a 12-yard pickup. Poplar Bluff now driving, getting near the red zone, trying to make this a little bit more respectable here in the second half. Edmondson, shotgun formation. There's a handoff. This one to Amari White. They hand it off to Amari, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like. Looks like the 29. Nope, they're going to say he got a yard of forward progress on the 28. Second down and 9. Boy, for those of you watching right now on social media, what about this drive right now for Poplar Bluff? So now first or second down and 9 for Poplar Bluff. Oh, Amari White got hit in the backfield. Oh, he's slung down. Where is the flag on that one? This ain't the WWE. And Coach Patillo is exactly saying the same thing. That is a big hit. People will see that on the replay. There it goes. Amari White was taken back to about the 37. That's a loss of about 7 yards, or make that 9 yards rather on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 18. Edmondson throws it in a tight package that time. It is good. And he's fighting for yards. Good job by Poplar Bluff. Edmondson. Darius Graham on the reception, his 2nd catch on the night. And he's going to get it to about the 25. Now they're going to say 26. An 11-yard pickup makes it 4th down and 7. Fourth down coming up for the Mules. Poplar Bluff now, low snap, Edmondson. He's going over the middle. Jaredon Young dropped it. He had it in his hands. And this will be a turnover on downs.
Incomplete. Hawks will take over on down.
Mules, boy, they put some good numbers on that drive. It's going to stall out on them, though. 6:43 to play.
Black Dodge pickup in the parking lot. License plate number 26J.
Uh-oh, Tim. I think your car's going to get towed. No, it's not yours. We rode together. We don't drive a black a black Dodge.
With the price of gas, you're going to want to turn that puppy off.
Does it say KWOC on the side?
It may say K-Walk on the side. You never know. There is a handoff up the middle. Jackson Patterson, he is having quite the night again today as well. Had it last year against Poplar Bluff, and he's following suit. They're going to get that ball to the 30-yard line. There's a 4-yard pickup. Kimberly Smothers, the coaches need some red flags like the NFL. It's another handoff. This one gets to the 35-yard line. There's a run play. This one, for the first time, goes to Cohen Linder. He'll get up to the 35. That's a gain of 5 yards on the play. Got to turn that crowd mic off for right now. The wind just howling right now. 3rd down and about 1 to go. 3rd down and 1. There's a quick handoff to Patterson. Patterson's going to have a first down. He'll get up by a couple of yards. So Patterson needed about 1, and he's going to get 2 yards out to the 37-yard line. Kimberly, you picked up the 2 gift cards from Academy Sports and Outdoors. I'll contact you following the game, and we'll let you come by next week and pick those bad boys up. 2 $25 gift cards to Miss Kimberly Smothers. Oh, the ball comes loose. But Brown able to pop right back on top of it.
Ball recovered by number 1, Preston Brown.
So Brown is able to fall on top of it and gets it right back. And he may get lucky and not lose any yards. I don't think he did. 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10 to go for the Hillsboro Hawks. Tim, is it real windy out there, my friend? It is, isn't it? Hey, Tim, I'm warm. It's okay. He's in the elements. Good job by the Mules defense following the handoff there. Poplar Bluff not letting him get through. Linder is going to get, he's going to lose a yard. Good job by Kason King, the baseball boy there. He's doing a good job. And they'll mark him back to the, well, they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. Yes, ma'am, Miss Kimberly. You picked up 2 gift cards, $25 a piece from Academy Sports and Outdoors. I'll get a hold of you following the game as Patterson faked everybody out. Brown's got it, and he's going to be hit head-to-head there. Good job by the Mules. They wanted helmet to helmet. They're not going to get it. Ben Conclaser is going to wrap him up near the 41-yard line. Only a gain of 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 4th down for Hillsboro. So, yeah, Kimberly, I'll get a hold of you. Congratulations. Thank you so much for sharing our video feed. They're going to say 40-yard line instead, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 7. Mules will get the football back, still down 35-7. Here is the punt coming up. Oh, it's a bad snap, and the Mules are going to have amazing field position on the 30-yard line. Connor Stevens comes up on the bad snap, and Mules will take over on the 30-yard line. So Poplar Bluff now will have it 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. 3:31 to go here in the third quarter of play.
Mules will take over on the Hawks 30-yard line.
So Mules have it now, 1st down and 10. We'll see what they can do here with it. Here is a handoff to Mikhail McFarland, and he's going to get it to about the 29. Mules right now trying to figure out somebody to throw off Hillsboro. They're 2nd down and 9. So 2nd down and 9 to go. I just got a text message from my good friend Gene Hucks at Academy Sports and Outdoors. He says, Tim, we're going to give away those 2 tumblers, and we're going to throw in on top of that one more $25 gift card from Academy Sports and Outdoors. There's a nice pass. Jaredon Young has to go up top to get it. Young with his first catch of the night. And they'll move him down to the 25-yard line, so that's a gain of about 4 yards. 3rd down and about 5 to go. So here's what we're going to do, Tim. Here's what we're going to do. To give this away, this is a big value, too. This is the tumblers, and this is the $25 gift card. Altogether, it's about $100 in value. We're going to give this away. Mikhail McFarland and making some folks miss. He's got a 1st down and then some. The Mules are going to move the sticks. Mikhail McFarland picks up a Mules 1st down, and he is going to be inside the 20-yard line to the 16, a 9-yard pickup. He is inside the red zone. Mules have it now, 1st and 10. Mules are trying to get their first offensive touchdown of the football game. 2:10 to go here in the third quarter, rather. Mules have it 1st and 10. Kathleen Patello liked Connor's move a moment ago on that stop on 4th down. Absolutely a great stop by the Mules defense. There's a handoff to Mikhail McFarland. McFarland is not going to get back. Well, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down here and about 10 to go. So 2nd down and 10 to go. Brandy Alcorn likes the effort here. The effort by Poplar Bluff. I know we're down 35-7, but the output right now for the Mules, they're not giving up. And that's what I like about this football team. They are not giving up. Good pass outside. They've got a man there. It's wide open. Is Mikhail McFarland. And he gets a catch, and it'll get down to about the 10-yard line. Good job by Edmondson there, as Mikhail McFarland is going to get the yardage and about a 6-yard gain on that particular play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Mules, 3rd and about 4. Obviously, it's 4 downs all the way at the 10-yard line. Now we get a whistle here and maybe a timeout call. It's going to be a timeout by the Hillsboro Hawks with 1:25 to play here in the third quarter. And for the Mules right now, they are driving, no doubt about that. Hillsboro is going to take a quick timeout. They've got 2 left as well here in the half, much like Poplar Bluff. So here's what I want to do. Here's how I want to give away this merchandise here from Academy Sports and Outdoors. Let me check something real quick. We're at 30 shares. I want to get to 40. So here's what I want to do. $25 gift card. 2 Yeti tumblers from Academy Sports and Outdoors. We're going to give it away to the person that makes it our 40th share of the night. So 10 more shares. Whoever shares it on number 40 That's who is going to pick up the merchandise. What do you say, Tim? Good idea? Let's make it happen. So there you go. There's the challenge. As soon as we get to 40 shares on the night, number 40 is going to pick up this 2 tumblers from Academy Sports and Outdoors. Also a gift card of $25 from Academy Sports and Outdoors. Outside to Darius Graham. Graham spins inside the end zone and touchdown Mules. Darius Graham goes 10 yards. There you go. Mules score the touchdown. 35-13 now is the score, and Poplar Bluff still down by a lot, but they are not giving up. 1:19 to go here in the third. And Palma now coming up for the extra point. Is that may be Hunter Clifford? Yes, it is. Hunter Clifford takes it and kicks it up, and it is good. And the Mules 35-14 is the score. Mules cutting the lead down just a little bit as the Mules now trail 35-14. We'll be back. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Protecting your toys are just as important as protecting your daily driver. First Choice Insurance can help find the coverage for your ATVs, boats, and campers that will give you peace of mind and not break your bank. So don't forget to allow First Choice Insurance to review your insurance needs today.
So the Mules score the touchdown at 35-14, and for Jay Edmondson, he is able to score it. Kathleen Patello, Diane Taylor, all loves it. Thank you, Miss Amy. I appreciate that. Jessica Walker, she's got the booms going on. We like to see that as the Mules now cut it down just a little bit, 35-14. Hunter Clifford, he is in there tonight doing the kicking duties. And we'll see what the Mules now defensively is going to be able to do. It's coming up just past 9 o'clock here tonight. We still have one more quarter of action here. Mules, good job by the Mules kicker that time. He picked it up at the 3-yard line. As Clifford did a great job on the kickoff. Good return. It was a kickoff of 57 yards as Hunter Clifford doing his job like he's done all season long. Blake Larson got a good return for the Hillsboro Hawks, and they're going to mark him down at around the 26-yard line. So 26-yard line, that's a return of about 23 yards. Boy, how big would this be if the Mules here could quickly get a 3-and-out. Oh, the ball comes loose, and I think Hillsboro fell on top of it. That would have worked, too, if they would have turned it over, but they did fall back on top of it. Good job there by the quarterback. Brown able to recover it. 35-14 the score, and it looks like he may have gained maybe a yard of forward progress. 2nd down and 9. Boy, the wind right now really whipping things around here in Hillsboro. There's another hit there. Good job by Logan Height. We haven't said his name a whole lot tonight. He is in on the tackle. Patterson right now goes up the middle, and he is going to get it out to the 33, 34-yard line. So a gain of 6 yards on the 34, make it 7 yards. 3rd down and 2 to go. Big 3rd down coming up here. This is where the Mules defense has got to step up and make a huge stop. And we may get a timeout here, actually. We'll wait and see the official call here. Officials timeout. And both teams. No, it's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter instead. So when we come back, it'll be a 3rd down and 2 for the Hillsboro Hawks. Mules down at 35-14. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. We're back in 1 minute.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
Do you feel that rush of adrenaline? That's the feeling of over 100 years of Poplar Bluff football excellence. Let's make some history.
Touchdown!
Patriot Auto Glass offers chip repair or glass replacement. They provide fast quality service done by experienced technicians. Ask about our veteran and first responder discounts. Call Patriot Auto Glass today at 573-840-5027.
All right, so we are back here, and the first play is Patterson. He's going to have a first down and then some. So Patterson gives the Hawks a first down right at the 49-yard line, a 15-yard pickup on first down as we begin here the fourth quarter of play. Mules defense here down at 35-14. 11:39 to go here in the fourth quarter, our last regular season game of this season. There's a handoff. This one going to the outside. This one is Austin Romaine. He has played hurt here pretty much all season. He has signed he's going to go play football for K-State. I like the PA announcer here for Hillsboro. He's giving it up for everybody. I like that. You don't see that very often. 7-yard pickup there by Romaine. You like to see that from a PA announcer. He doesn't matter what school's here. He's going to give love to both teams. I like that. 1st and 10, or make that second down rather. And another handoff. And this one, Romaine, he's going to walk it almost into the end zone. He's pushed out of bounds by Chris Matlock. Big run by Romaine. And he is going to get all the way down to about the 10-yard line. He will stop right at the 10. That is a 34-yard gain on first down. We've got a Mules player down. Everybody on the Mules side taking a knee right now. I don't know. I can't see if that's Alcorn or not. Coach Patillo out there, one of the first ones out there. Coach Sievers as well, the Mules training staff. Pastor Greg Gerberto now walking out as well. And, man, that's what you don't want to see so close to the end of the regular season. You don't want to see anybody get hurt, whether you're a Hillsboro player or a Mules player. That's what you don't want to see. He went down immediately following the play. You hope he is okay for sure. Mules down here 35-20, or make that 35-14 rather. We are just past 9 o'clock. It is week 9 in high school football. Jackson's going to wind up and get a big win tonight. Potosi, they are still leading Cape Central in their football game. Our broadcast here tonight brought to you by Taco John's, also being brought to you by the Scott Law Group, LLC. Also, Briggs & Stratton, Larry Hillis Dodge, Eye Care Specialist, Christian Automotive and Tire, Patriot Auto Glass. Also being brought to you by Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, First Choice Insurance. Also, Air Solutions, Russians Towing, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, PB Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Also being brought to you by Kevin's Auto Repair and First Midwest Bank, and that is Alcorn, Josh Alcorn. Good news is he is up and walking off on his own power. And, man, this kid is such a good kid. We talk to him all the time, and he's always upbeat, and we're glad to see him walking off on his own power. It is a first down, 1st and goal now for the Hillsboro Hawks. They are ranked number 6 for a reason, and they lead at 35-14, 10:47 to go here in the ball game. Mules are down at 35-14. Hillsboro now trying to add more points on the board. Here's another handoff. This one goes to Patterson. Patterson's going to get about 2 yards on the carry. and that's about all he'll get there. Second down and goal from the 8-yard line. Jackson, they are final now, 52-0 over Festus. They get a first-round bye. They've clinched the number 1 seed with a win in Class 5 districts. They will get a bye next week in Week 10, and they will take on the winner of our game next week, and that'll be between Poplar Bluff and Fox. Let's see, 32-6 right now. Charleston, they lead Sykeston. There was a penalty against Poplar Bluff, by the way. It's going to be half the distance to the goal. And let's see here. It's against Poplar Bluff, so it's going to move it down to about the 4-yard line now. So now Poplar Bluff's defense backed up even more so following the penalty. There is a handoff to Austin Romaine, and he is going to take it down to about the 1. So Romaine now is going to get to the 1-yard line. Be a gain of 3 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and goal on the 1. So one thing we were not expecting tonight, and that is the wind. We knew it was going to be a little bit chilly once the sun came down, but it's even windier now since we first got here. 3rd and goal now. Under center is Brown. They're going to hand it off to Patterson. Patterson walks it in, and he will score the touchdown. And that's going to give them 6 more points here for Hillsboro. They now lead 41-14 the score. And now we get a flag after the play. Late flag comes in. We've got a player down for Poplar Bluff. That flag came in awfully late, and that looks like Button maybe. That's on the turf. The officials, now another flag is thrown in the air. I'm not sure what that one's about. Oh my goodness, they threw a flag on our pastor. You got to be kidding me, Tim. You saw that, right? They threw a flag on Greg. They threw a flag on Greg Gerberto. Our pastor was just checking on the injured player. We're down 41-14, and they threw a flag on our pastor. Good news is Nathan Bunton, he is up and he is hobbling off the football field. Coach Seavers obviously very unhappy with that last flag, as we all should be. So now we'll sort this out. 41-14 the score. The good news is Bunton is able to walk off on his own power. So Poplar Bluff, 41-14 the score, as Patterson was able to get it into the end zone. There is still 9:50 remaining here in the football game. And now we'll see what Hillsboro does. Looks like they're going to line up to kick the extra point. Mariachi now, or Marchetti rather. Amber, I can't believe it. If I didn't have my binoculars in looking right at the official, I would have never believed that myself. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 42-14 the score. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Scott Law Firm is experienced in estate planning and the preparation of documents like wills and trusts. Let the Scott Law Firm help you protect your family and pass along your estate.
42-14 is the score right now in Poplar Bluff.
4688.
We'll get the football back here as we get ready here for the conclusion of this regular season. And still the coaching staff, that's Kent Keith out there talking to the official. He's got every right to do that. That's our athletic director. And let me tell you, I've never seen that before where our pastor gets a penalty flag thrown against him for just checking on an injured player. We're down. It's not like, we're winning right now. So Coach Kent Keith has every right to be upset. I would never badmouth an official ever, but that's very questionable. And Kent Keith is still talking with the official, trying to figure out why exactly that flag was thrown. That'll be a play that I'll go back and rewatch again. I don't understand that at all. He come out before when Alcorn was down. There was no penalty, but literally got looked right at Greg Roberto and threw another flag on that last play. And that's why Kent Keith is very upset. And I can't blame him for that. I don't blame him for that whatsoever. So now the official still talking to the Mules sideline. Diane Taylor, everybody's rallying around Gerberto. I don't think, and the whole time, they do a squib kick to the 40-yard line. Mules will have good field position. So Mules will have it 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. So 9:50 to go here in the ball game. Poplar Bluff now will come out with it. They will have it 1st and 10. Mules right now down here 42-14 the score. So now we'll see what the Mules can do with it here. They have the football. 42-14 the score. 9:50 to go. And there's a handoff. This one goes up the middle for Poplar Bluff. Get to about the 45-yard line, it looks like. Tari Amos gets about 5 yards that time. Nice little combination of Atari Amos, Mikhail McFarland, 2nd down and 5. So Central has come back, and they now lead Potosi 34-27 in their ball game. They have trailed the majority of the game. Boy, the official's taking an awful long time here to set the ball. 2nd down and about 5. Tim, did you take a shower today, my friend? I smell skunk. The answer is yes, he says. Tari Amos will get back to the line of scrimmage. You smelled that, right, Tim? That's skunk, right? You don't blame me. So remember, you got to ride home with me tonight, Tim. Don't forget that, buddy. 3rd down and 5 now for the Mules. I know, no doubt. 3rd and 5 now for Poplar Bluff.
Down for the Hawks defense. Let's hear you, Hawk fans.
So now the Mules have it 3rd down and 5. 8:15 to play in the ball game. Young in motion, low snap. They're going to hand the football off again, and he's not going to get the 1st down. Atari Amos will get to about the 47-yard line, so it's still going to bring up about a 4th and 3 maybe. No, it's going to bring up 4th and 4. They're going to say 46-yard line instead, so it's still going to bring up 4th and about 4.
4 for the Mules.
Had a big audience all night here tonight. I was looking at a comment here on YouTube, rather, from Mr. Harden. It says it's not Mules against Hillsboro, it's Mules against the officials. They threw a pass, and this one is going to be right near the marker. It will be a 1st down.
Pass is complete.
Peyton Rogers. 1st down, Poplar Bluff now out to the 49-yard line. So Rogers gets a quick little pass that time. And for Poplar Bluff, they're going to move the sticks to the 49-yard line of the Hawks. A 5-yard pickup, and that'll be a first down for the Mules. 42-14 the score. Jay Edmondson pitches it outside. Oh, the ball came out, but it's going to be Mules football. Mules catch a break as the ball came out of Atari's hands. On the last second, it was the option out to him, and the Mules are going to lose some yards. They're going to mark him back on the Mule side of the 50-yard line to about the 48.5. It'll bring up second down and 12. So now the officials here are going to get reset, taking their time here. Second down and 12. 6:41 to go here in regulation, our final regular season game. Yep, it's crazy, Joe. I would have never, I'm getting a message now from So there is the pass. This one goes over the head of Matlock. It's going to be incomplete. Third down and 12. So third down and 12 to go here on this drive for Poplar Bluff on the 49-yard line. 6:41 to go here in the ball game. So now Edmondson throws it over the head. It's going to be picked off by Hillsboro. So Hillsboro picks it off. Kenyon Stout on third down and 12 with the interception. So Kenyon Stout on the interception, and that's going to be the 5th turnover of the ball game for Poplar Bluff. So Hillsboro now will have the football at the 46-yard line of the Mules. Or correction, of the Hawks, rather. And Hillsboro now on the run. Patterson is going to be taken out of bounds by Darius Graham, and Patterson on the run. It'll be near the 20-yard line. Be stopped short of the 20 to about the 23-yard line, 22-yard line. So a 32-yard run by Patterson. And we're going to get a whistle here and a timeout called by Poplar Bluff. So we'll step away with them. Our timeout's brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Signs and Graphics of Poplar Bluff can handle all of your printing needs, from t-shirts, wall displays, banners, and so much more. Call their team at 573-772-5566 or get to southeastsignsandgraphics.com.
Final 6 minutes here of the football game. Mules down at 42-14. First and 10 on the 22-yard line. So Hillsboro Going to hand it off. This one to Romaine. Good job by Connor Stevens and Chris Matlock. Also in on the tackle is Clayton Stark as well. Connor Stevens at the bottom of the pile.
Hand off to number 40, Austin Romaine.
So Romaine is going to get it to, they're going to mark him down at the 18. So a 4-yard gain at that time. This one, the option out again to Romaine. He's going to get it inside to about the 10. And that'll be a first down here for the Hillsboro Hawks. Another first down. They're going to mark him down at the 6-yard line, it looks like. That is a 12-yard pickup, or make that, 12 yards. Down to about the 6. Boy, Hillsboro has really ran this football here tonight very effectively against Poplar Bluff from the very get-go. First and goal now on the 6. There's another handoff to Patterson. Patterson breaks a couple of tackles, and he'll be inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. So gains about 3 yards on the play.
Number 43, Jackson Patterson on the carry.
So second and goal now from the 3. Hillsboro tonight, 369 yards of offense. They've got 320 yards on the ground alone. Another handoff, this one to Romaine, and he will bounce in for the touchdown. (48-14) the score. So 48-14, the extra point. This one is up, and it is no good. So the score will stay at 48-14, the score. We'll be back. Mules will get the football with under 5 minutes to play. You're listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
(48-14), the extra point was no good. Poplar Bluff now will get the football back with 4:57 to go here in the ball game. Poplar Bluff now, as we say, or we're about to say so long to the regular season. The Mules now are gearing up for districts 1 week from tonight. More than likely will take on the Fox Warriors for a second time. And we'll see what the Mules are able to do with it. Another squib, this one picked up near the 36-yard line. Good return this time by Poplar Bluff. Looks like Peyton Rogers returning it, and he'll get it to about the 40, or make that 49.
Mules return out to the 49-yard line.
So Mules will have it now, first and 10
Tackle on the play from number 40.
on the Mules side of the 49-yard line. (9:30) here tonight. We're so honored that you tuned in to our broadcast once again. Our final road game of 2022 in the regular season. You're so much welcome, Amber. We love doing this. A lot of fun doing this as well. There's a handoff by Edmondson. Mikael McFarland gets it to about the 45 of the Hawks.
Number 7, McKell.
Coming up after this ball game, we'll talk live to, believe, Coach John David Patillo. They're going to say 46-yard line instead of the 45. So a 5-yard pickup there. 2nd down and 5 now for the Mules. There's a handoff again. No, it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Good fake out by Edmondson. And he is going to get it to the 40-yard line, so that'll be a Mules first down. Edmondson picks up a few yards.
That's good for a Mules first down.
So Edmondson, great job by him on the carry. Gets about 6 yards. Mules not going away. They're going to keep going until the final whistle here tonight. There's another handoff. Mikhail McFarland. McFarland's going to bounce out. He got one man to beat, and he'll be taken out of bounds. Good job by Mikhail McFarland. Another big gain for him. And he is going to get to about the 15-yard line. That is a 25-yard pickup there for Poplar Bluff, and another Mules first down. Good job by Mikhail McFarland. I know we're late in this game, but Poplar Bluff not going away. Low snap. There's another handoff. This one, Mikhail McFarland. He may have lost a couple of yards on that one. Got tripped up, and he will lose at least a yard. They're going to say to the 17, so a loss of 2 on the play. So coming up after this one, we'll have a brief post-game report. Just because we are so far away from home, and I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get the coach on or not. We're going to try to. So Mikhail McFarland now lining up right beside. Good job by Jay Edmondson, but did the Mules move first? That's the question. And it's going to go against Hillsboro. Good job there by Edmondson on the hard count. 2nd down and 7 now following the 5-yarder by Hillsboro. Second down and 7. 2:54 to go here in the ball game. Mules down 48-14. Edmondson, long snap count, low snap. Throws it and going to go incomplete. It was intended for either Mikhail McFarland. It's going to be incomplete. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 now with 2:49 to play here in the ball game. So next week we'll be back at home in Poplar Bluff where the Mules will be in district play. If you are going to purchase the Misha TV broadcast, we'll begin that at about 6:45. On the radio, we'll go on around 6:30. There's a handoff to Mikhail McFarland. McFarland tries to bounce outside, and he'll be near the first down marker, but still going to be a little bit short of the first down. They're going to mark him about the 7-yard line, maybe. Looks like they're going to mark him down around the 7. So a timeout called by Poplar Bluff. We'll step away 30 seconds. You're listening to Mules football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. Poplar Bluff here, and the Mules will have it getting very close now to the end zone for Poplar Bluff. Mules now have one timeout remaining here in the ball game. And we'll see what they're going to be able to do here on a third down, and it appears to be third down and short. We'll see what the Mules are going to be able to do with it here on this third down play coming up for Poplar Bluff. It's going to be third down and about 2. So nothing doing on that one as the Mules could not figure out the defensive read. There is Atari Amos. He is going to lose some yards back to about the 12. So Amos loses a few yards there. And it's going to be Hawk football. So 2:16 to go here in the ball game. So it'll be Hillsboro football now. And Hillsboro is just going to run the clock out here. As the Mules now are going to go to 4-5 on the season. And now we're going to end our 4-game winning streak here, and we'll go to districts 4-5 on the season. And we look to take on Fox, and Hillsboro, I believe, is going to take a timeout here. So since they are taking a timeout, we'll step away for one more 30-second timeout. We'll come right back. Mules down 48-14 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Caring for those you love also means taking good care of yourself. At Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, our healthcare providers take the time to identify your health risks and help you prioritize good health. Regular checkups and age-appropriate screenings are important to be healthy now and stay well in the future. With same or next day appointments and online scheduling, we make it easy to make an appointment right now. You can even see us from the comfort of your own home via telehealth. Put your health first today by making an appointment by visiting pdrnc.com.
So the Mules right now, 48-14 the score.
Scheduling.
Mules are going to go to 4-5 on the season as we get ready for districts. We'll tell you the winner of this gift card from Academy Sports and Outdoors. Also, the 2 tumblers from Academy Sports and Outdoors. Also, we do have a winner. Tonight's going to wind up and be our biggest shared video this season, and we're so appreciative of everybody who has tuned in all season long. So Hillsboro took a timeout. They've got 2 remaining here in the ball game. One minute to go, 1.5 minutes to go, rather. Third down and 12 now for the Hawks, and they're just taking a knee here just because they're up 48-14. So coming up in just a moment, we're going to talk to one of the coaches here. I'm not sure which one that we're going to get. It might be Coach Billy Pylan. It could be Coach John David Patillo. We're not sure which one yet. We'll take whichever one we can get to end the regular season here tonight in Hillsboro. 4-game winning streak will come to an end. Under a minute to go. This will be the final score tonight as the Mules are going to go down at 49, or make that 48-14. Mules had some miscues early in the ball game, and that's what costed us early, but they never gave up for sure. They kept fighting all the way to the end. 30 seconds now as the regular season for Poplar Bluff is going to come to an end. So for the Mules, we will go into districts 1 game under 500 following a 4-game winning streak. And we've got to wait for the official bracket to be released, but odds are we're going to take on the Fox Warriors. More than likely, that's who we're going to see coming up in Week 10. We faced them once this year already, and the Mules were able to attack their ground game and not let them get comfortable at all. It was a home game for the Mules, so now we'll see if the Mules are able to do it again. It'll be a big game next week at home for the Mules. 27 seconds here remaining in the ball game. Poplar Bluff down 48-14. So Hillsboro, they're going to punt the football away. With 27 seconds standing in their own end zone. This one's just a high punt. It's going to be taken. Oh, Mules are going to let it go. Good job by Poplar Bluff. Good punt. It's going to back up the Mules all the way to their own 42 or 43-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Hillsboro took a timeout I'm assuming they took the timeout just because it was 4th down and they wanted to give their punter the extra time to. You know, we talked about doing that, David, where we would just do the audio feed on Facebook. We talked about doing that, actually, where basically we would just have an image of the ball game, or, you know, an image of us taking on Fox and not doing a video. We may actually do that. That would be the only way we could do that. We can still do audio. We just can't do video. So we'll talk about it this week. We'll figure out what is best, and we might go that direction. So the Mules are going to go to 4-5 on the season. Regular season comes to an end. A big shout out to the Hillsboro administration letting us stream the game here tonight. For those fans who could not make the trip, coming up, we'll talk live to one of the coaches. I'm not sure which one it'll be, but we're going to work. We may actually do that. We'll talk about that on the way home tonight as far as the audio goes next week, and we might actually do that where we're just doing the audio only on Facebook and YouTube for those who don't have the access to the radio. All right, coming up, we'll talk live to one of our coaches. You're listening to Mules Football. We'll be back in approximately 2 minutes on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions. 785-1500. Want a Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
Christian
All right, we are back here one final time in the regular season with Coach John David Patillo. And, Coach, I know tonight did not go the way that we would have liked to go, but first things is first. Mules never gave up, Coach. We could have gave up 35-0, and we kept battling, and that, to me, is a winning success formula going in the districts, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, the kids kept battling and never giving in, never giving up, and we had to keep playing. And we came out and had a couple of good possessions to start the half. We didn't finish the first one, but the second one we finished it off. And so, we've got some positives. We came in here, we're a little bit injured, a little bit beat up. We all know it. The big thing was we wanted to make sure that we're ready to go for next week. So we got to make sure we get everybody healthy and ready to go. Hopefully we've got that home game against Fox. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully that is the case. And I would assume that we're still going to be locked in at a 4 seed. We'll get to that coming up in just a moment. But I want to talk about Atari Amos, Mikhail McFarland. It seemed like, especially late in that first half, early second half, the guys were figuring it out, and we were able to get some good drives, some good yardage. First things first, how is Josh Alcorn and Nathan Bunton both going down here in the ball game with various injuries?
Well, Alcorn's, had trouble with that same knee, and I don't know how he is right now. I went over and looked at him a while ago, but Josh kind of got hit in the midsection, kind of took his breath away. But I think he's going to be okay. I'm just glad that our kids, we got a few penalties, but we were coming off and reacting to some of the crap that they were doing. Mm-hmm. And, you hate it when you see that kind of stuff and kids start getting dirty. And, our kids wanted to react, but we kept our head and did a good job maintaining their composure and trying to play through it. And, Jay was thrown to the fire, and we knew this was going to be a tough game for him.
But he figured things out in the second half, and he looked really good at times.
He did, and he's going to. He's just, he's a sophomore, and he's going to grow up, and this was good for him. And, we get to a situation – in the playoffs, if we have to have him at some point, this may be the game that really gives him that experience to be ready to go whenever we need him.
Absolutely. And, the score doesn't tell you the whole story, but I thought our defense, Coach, when they had awful field position for us, the defense did its job. Obviously, when you have field position inside the 20-yard line, it's a bad look, obviously. But when the Mules defense were actually at a good starting point, they did really well, once again, as always.
Oh, yeah, they did. We fought them. It's just a tough team. And you've got a really good quarterback, a kid that runs really well. They've got good running backs. They've just got a good group. And we knew that coming in. So, like I said, hopefully we get everybody healed up and come back next week and we go battle.
Once again, real quick, talking about Jay Edmondson, he went 0 for 9 there in the first half. But looking at him in the second half, 7 for 10, 58 yards, 1 touchdown. He grew up here tonight, Coach. He really did.
Of course. And like I said, this was a good opportunity for him to go out and work through some things, learn some things. He had a lot of pressure put on him by, their team. They've got a great pass rush. They make it really tough on you. There's, you can't just stand in there and just, stand back in a pocket because they're coming at you so hard. And but I was really proud of him, proud of how he played in that second half.
Another guy that I want to talk about real quick, and that's Hunter Clifford. I mean, came in tonight, did the kicking duties for the Mules on kickoffs and extra point attempts. And once again, he's growing up. I like him when he's behind when Colton's not here to kick, and he's the man. I've got all the confidence in the world for him.
Oh, yeah. Hunter's been solid all year long at the kicking position. He really kicks. He's got a strong leg. He's pretty accurate. I mean, he just has done a really good job this year in their kicking capacity.
So looking ahead to next week, what are some things that you're going to work on? Let's say it is Fox at home. What do you work on to make sure that the team stays focused and they're able to possibly beat Hillsboro for a second time this year, once again back in Poplar Bluff?
Well, again, we just got to go battle a team that's going to run hard. They've got a good running game. We've just got to execute on the offensive side. And, our line and our defense did such a great job last time. We're just hoping we keep building on what they did.
Coach, I appreciate the opportunity to come up here every single football game and talk to us. I know the fans back at home, they appreciate it. For the good news for the Mules, our season's not over. We still have another week to get better and to improve to get back to 500. And this time, we get to do it back at home.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It'll be special to just get a chance to play a home playoff game and then hopefully get through that one and then go battle Jackson or whoever.
Is it too early to ask you, do you think it's possible that this time next week we might get Mason West back in the lineup, or is it still too early?
I think we will. Mason was kind of cleared to do a little something yesterday. He's just not quite ready right now, but I'm thinking it's going to be Monday or Tuesday where he may be ready to practice.
Good deal, Coach. Well, safe travels back to Poplar Bluff. Thank you again for an amazing regular season. We've had a lot of highlights this year, and we look forward to district starting off in just 7 short nights.
All right, man. Thank you.
You gotcha. Coach John David Patillo joining us live here on the postgame. Mules going to 4-5 on the season. And real quick, let's wrap it up here as we've got a long drive back home. Before we do, we did have a winner tonight. On our 40th share, went back and looked at it. Carrie Booker is our winner of the 2 tumblers and the $25 gift card. I will get a hold of Carrie probably first thing in the morning. So thank you again for everybody tuning in. Tonight was our most shared video by far. We were asking for 40. Tim, we got 64. I am happy with that number. So thank you again to everybody who tuned in, not just tonight, but all season long. Hey, we had no complications on the video side or the radio side. It was a great night. I want to thank again Tim Hicks for figuring out our issues, and it was when you troubleshoot all week and nothing is going wrong, and then you get to the facility and everything goes wrong, it's very frustrating, and he's had to endure a lot, so we appreciate him. We cannot do this without him, so a big shout out to him, and we will be back next week. We'll figure out something, obviously, when we get ready for the district play. We'll kick the idea around of just doing the audio only. I do want to reach out to the administration for the high school, for Poplar Bluff, to see what they think about that. If they tell me they are okay with it, I'm okay with that. I think that'll be a great idea. We can run our sponsor logos on the video the whole night and just do the audio like we're doing right now. We'll see what happens, but we will be in Bluff next Friday night. It'll be the Mules. It looks like it'll be against Fox. The official brackets will not get released until tomorrow morning, sometime after the 10 o'clock hour. Let's thank our sponsors one more time here tonight before we say so long. They include First Midwest Bank, Kevin's Auto Repair, PB Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Also being brought to you by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Russians Towing, Air Solutions, First Choice Insurance, Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, Patriot Auto Glass, Christian Automotive and Tire. Also being brought to you by Eye Care Specialist Larry Hillis Dodge, Briggs & Stratton. Also being brought to you by the Scott Law Group LLC and Taco John's. All of our amazing sponsors. We're in the regular season. We're ending it. We also want to say thank you again to our sales manager, Tereska Stockton, our general manager, John Rice, Tim Hicks doing a phenomenal job, as always, on the camera. John Scott, not here tonight. Should be back next week in Poplar Bluff. We missed him for sure tonight. We'll see him back. I'm Frankie Castile. Thank you again for watching, not just tonight, but all season long. You've been listening to Mules Football. Mules are now 4-5 on the season. will now wait to see who they face next week. Should be a home game, so make sure and tune in for that. You've been listening to Mules Football on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next week.